What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along. Wolves against Arsenal. Apologies, by the way. I listed this stream about 4 hours ago and left it on private. You know what I mean? You'd think I'd know what I was doing by now. But yeah, you might have thought I wasn't streaming tonight. This only went up about 5 minutes ago on YouTube. But big up to everyone locked in. Hope you're well. Hit the like button and subscribe. And make sure you hype the video afterwards as well. It definitely does help. And listen, it's a must-win game. Every game is a must-win game. But if you can't beat Wolves, just lock it off. But I think we will win, but maybe not as comfortably. I've seen people online saying we're going to win 6-0 and that. I'm like, Wolves are not. They are a poor team, but if you look at their recent results, they only lost 2-0 at Man City. They drew with Man United. They're not terrible under this manager, but listen, I expect Arsenal to win. Today, people, we are going to talk about one or two other things, but we're going to start off by talking about the team. And it's an interesting team. And let's just go through it, and you guys let me know what you think, people. This is the Arsenal team tonight. One thing has disappointed me, and that's it. Everything else I'm cool with, to be honest, but definitely one thing has caused a bit of disappointment. But the goalkeeper is David Raya, of course. The back four, Timber, Nkapie, Gabriel, and Saliba. I think at the moment that's kind of the back four that he's going for. Calafiori's been a bit injury prone. The midfield, he's gone back to the Zubomendi and Rice double pivot. I thought against Wolves he might play one of them, but I sort of, at the same time, I didn't think he would. He's quite cautious. Bukayo Saka plays again in the 10, which I don't mind because I do think he can do something in that role. And as I said the other day, though, the thing that's a little bit concerning is we're not saying play Saka in the 10 because we think, oh, he might be a better 10 than what he was on the right. We're doing that because since the hamstring injuries, Saka hasn't looked the same player on the right. So we've got to look at the reason why a player's being moved. I'm not against him playing in the 10. I'll be interested to see if he can do that against slightly better opposition than Wigan. He doesn't look as explosive on the right since the hamstring injuries. The same thing happened to Daniel Sturridge, Fernando Torres, Michael Owen. They weren't as quick after tearing their hamstring. But where I'm a little bit disappointed, I'll be honest, people, is Eze is on the bench. Now, I know people will say, oh, you're only saying all this because you're a fan of him and, you know, you want him to do well. And I keep saying on this channel that the team is more important than an individual, and it is. But what message are you sending to a player when he comes into the side? And I don't care if it's Wigan, by the way, because if he'd have had a bad game, everyone would have criticised him. So if you have a really good game, you're entitled to be praised for it as well. Eze gets man of the match and you bench him for the next game. Now, I don't know, maybe he's thinking, play this tonight and then bring Eze back into the team against Tottenham, but I just don't see it like that. I think he will. I think if Saka and Noni play well tonight, Eze will be on the bench on Sunday. So, I mean, SFT said Eze has been lazy, but his last game he was really good. Do you think he will play against Tottenham? I don't know. I think if this formation works tonight, that he'll keep it. I mean, Trojan said Eze is not the guy you think he is, but okay, so why did we sign him then? You don't sign a player and then not play him. He's just had a good game. He's confident. You're playing against bottom of the league. Let's try and get him to as high a level as possible. We've sat here with Havertz for 3 years and we're still going, oh, give him a game, give him a game. Seems like some people have given up on Eze after 6 months. Come on, what are we doing? He should be playing tonight. I'll be honest, you don't need a double pivot in midfield against Wolves. Could have played Rice as a lone 6, drop Zubomendi, play Saka and Eze and ball out. Yeah, that's what I would have done. But anyway, it is what it is. And look, you know, if we win, then that's the most important thing. But you've got to look at man management and getting the best out of players. But I don't know. You know, I always look at the alternative at the end of the day. Is Odegaard performing in the 10? No, he's not. Havertz, yeah, he's had a couple of good games recently, but overall, people are saying over the 3 years he hasn't been good enough. So you can't be giving up on Eze after 6 months, but you've given Odegaard 4 years and you've given Havertz 3 years. But listen, that's just me. Against Wolves, I'm not playing Zubimendi and Rice. I think Rice can play by himself. But listen, let's just get the 3 points and we keep it moving. Noni Madueke on the right, Martinelli on the left, Gyökeres up front. I reckon he's probably thinking to just hit them at pace. He's gone with the two quickest wingers, you would say, in Noni and Martinelli. And the thing is, Wolves don't just low block at home, to be honest. They do actually try and play a little bit. So I think Arteta's thinking we're just going to rinse these on the counter-attack. With the speed out wide and on the break. So, listen, here's what it is. That's just my opinion. I think Eze should have started. He got man of the match, but as long as we win, we keep it moving. This isn't the game in hand. This was basically the game we were supposed to play on the Sunday of the Carabao Cup final. So, this is rearranged. There's no other Premier League midweek games. Footy Not Soccer said, if we fail to win, is the league over? I mean, it's not, but if you can't beat Wolves, what does that really say about you as a team trying to win the title? You know, and then what? We would be 5 clear and they'd have a game in hand. Yeah, we'd be all over the place. We can't even think about that. We have to win tonight. And I hope we actually put in a good performance. Rambeer said, Arteta is a disgrace. Eze should be playing. He-Man said, Eze not playing is a disgrace. Odegaard just walks in the team. And he said yesterday in the press conference, Odegaard might be back for the weekend. So it'd be interesting if he goes back into the team. But listen, let's see. Big up to Sean, who's gifted 5 memberships to the community. Make sure your settings are switched on so that you can receive a membership. Oh, guys, yeah. Well, we only beat Wolves 2-1 at home, and that was an own goal. So you just don't know. Nah, listen, my live wasn't showing up. It is my fault. Until about 5 minutes ago, I had it on private, so you probably thought I wasn't streaming tonight. Cam said Odegaard and Eze have been horrible the whole season. Listen, I look at it like this, right? If you break it down, Eze scores a hat-trick against Tottenham, wins us the game. Scores the winner against Palace, sets up the equaliser against Man City, and sets up a late goal against Bayern Munich. He's actually had the best season out of the attacking midfielders. He's been better than Odegaard. Havertz hasn't played a lot, so you can't really put him in the argument because he's been injured. But what's the alternative? Listen, let's see how Saka does. Let's see how Saka does, and hopefully he does well. What I will say, I mean, Rowan said, does Saka have the attributes? The only thing that I don't know whether he's got, and we'll only find out when he plays against better opposition, is has he got that 360 vision? They call it, you know, your head on a swivel. Can you, when you're a winger, you lean on the touchline, so you know everything's on this side of the pitch. There's no players here. You're on the touchline. When you play centrally, the game's all around you. Remember, England was saying for ages, oh, we need to play Trent in midfield. He'd be a great midfielder. He went into midfield. He stunk out the place because he didn't have that 360 vision. You know, so... But listen, let's see what goes on today. Let's just win the game. Yeah, I read the Twitch chat. Big up to you. Big up to you, JK. Saka needs to perform. Yeah, he needs to earn that contract money. Yeah, 300 grand a week. It has to happen now for him. He-Man said, see, if Saka plays well tonight, people are going to say, wow, we have a new system, new 10. Then we'll play a big team and get sussed out. And that's the problem, right? And I don't want to downplay a potential quality performance. If Saka balls out in the 10 tonight, I would still reserve judgment because of the opposition. Wigan, relegation zone in League One. Wolves potentially could be the lowest points tally in Premier League history. Can he do that against Tottenham on Sunday at their stadium with Pape Sarr chasing after him or Paulinho? Can he do that against Chelsea next week with Caicedo chasing after him? That's where I'll make my judgment on Saka. You know what I mean? If he can play in this 10 role. Even if he gets man of the match tonight, I'll go, okay, I can see positives there, but I need to see it against better opposition. But let's see. Big up Ava with the super sticker. Appreciate that. Dre said, get the points and get out. I'd start Eze in the North London derby. Let's see. It'll be interesting. Harry said, Martinelli at times reminds me of Prime Del Piero. Yeah, good one. But I think you guys like trolling now, don't you? The consensus is Eze is a flop, by the way. I don't agree with that, Trojan. I just don't. I don't think he's played enough to be considered a flop. And I think now in football, we're too quick to just say, yeah, he's a hit and he's a flop when you sign him. Like, these guys have been at the club 6 months and we're saying flop. Like, come on. Come on. We gave Havertz, they were still singing Havertz's name at the end of the first season. I think he deserves a bit more time. Brian, big up to Brian Brooklyn. He said, big up Curtis Saka in the tennis, credit to the gaffer. Let's get it wrapped up early so we can be sharp for Nando's FC. 3-0 to the Gunners. That would be the ideal scenario, that we're winning and that he can take people off, you know. Rivals literally call him the flop of the season. Bro, come on, man. Come on. If you're listening to a rival fan, then you got to really ask yourself what you're trying to figure out. Like, bro, come on. How is he worse than Wirtz? Wirtz costs nearly double and starts every single game. There's no way on earth that Eze is a flop. He hasn't played it. Does he speak it? Does he play enough to be called a flop? No chance. Big up my brother, Franny, in the chat. Hope you're well, bro. I was just clicking on your comment. He says, time out for Trojan. He's still on Football Manager. Come on. You cannot be calling a guy a flop after 6 months and taking that off the basis of opposition fans. Come on. Come on. Wirtz cost 115 million and he starts every single week. You know? Isak cost 125 million, but he's been injured. I'm still backing Eze, man. We can't be giving up on him straight away. Wirtz has been Liverpool's best player for the last 6 games. Exactly, until about Christmas. He was absolutely awful. You got the Ramsey Puma kit. Yeah, the Puma kits were dark, man. Yeah, some of them were all right. I remember the gold one was decent. Alexis, when he bagged at City. George said, see, I've come to a point I don't care anymore who's starting and who's not. Just winners the title. Yeah. My prediction, I'm going 2-0. I actually hope it's more than that, though. I'd like it to be like 4 or 5-0, but I just think it might be a tight game. You never know, do you? Yeah, Newcastle winning 6-1 against carrier bag, as I call them. But yeah, they're battering them. It's crazy that Chelsea drew with these. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think we needed 2 6s tonight, but I think he likes that. That's sort of his insurance policy, isn't it? Right, let's talk on. Let's talk football. And in fact, this isn't all football. And I put up a positive picture because I think it's important that we concentrate on what he did well rather than what other people did badly. So a few people have messaged me today saying, you know, what's your opinion on Vinicius Jr. and what happened and things like that. And obviously, like I said, I've put the picture up of him celebrating because this is what Mourinho, by the way, I have to say, Jose Mourinho is a manager that for the whole of his career, I've liked him. I thought, what a great personality that guy is. And even when he criticised Arsene Wenger, I just thought, you know, it's 2 managers going at it. It's football. But last night, I lost every single bit of respect that I've ever had for Jose Mourinho. Finish. Scumbag. Absolute scumbag. All he had to do was come out and say, I can't talk about it. We don't know until we check the evidence. Whatever, whatever. Cool, you could have said that. Instead, you start doing the blame game and saying, oh, why is it always Vinicius? And talking about, you know, he incited the fans by celebrating in front of the fans. Have you ever seen Jose Mourinho? The amount of times that guy runs up and down the touchline in front of fans. He was knee sliding at Old Trafford. So what are we doing here? So now you can't celebrate in front of fans. It's different rules for one and different rules for another. So if you're a black player now and you score, just keep your mouth shut and walk back to the halfway line. Don't celebrate. He's inciting the fans. Okay. Inciting the fans, they can swear at him, they can boo him, that's all within their right. But they racially abuse him. By the way, something that's not being spoken about much today. I don't know if you guys have seen this. The fans were racially abusing him as well. Everyone's just talking about the player. The fans were doing monkey chants to him. It's a disgrace. And as I always say, it doesn't surprise me, and I'm used to it, unfortunately. We see it all the time. Nothing changes. UEFA won't fine him, or they won't do anything. Nothing changes. Semenyo racially abused at Anfield. Yeah, the guy gets a ban. Oh, okay. Is that it? Oh, right, yeah. Nothing ever changes, people. And my thing is always, what's the answer? How do you solve it? I was really disappointed in Mourinho, man. Seriously, he got that whole situation wrong. He got it all wrong. He come out and said, "Well, Eusebio's the greatest player in Benfica history, and he's a black player." Well, all right, Jose. What's that got to do with anything? What has that got to do with anything that happened last night, mate? What's he talking about? Oh, so because Eusebio's the greatest Benfica player of all time, he wasn't racially abused by Prestiani. No, okay, that really doesn't add up, Jose. So for me, they don't like him because he's outspoken, he's loud, he's a look at me player. And as people said, and rightly said it on the overlap, they want black players to go about their business quietly. When you score, be quiet. Don't over celebrate. Don't be too arrogant. Don't be too out there. Because when you do that, as a black player, you start offending people. You make people feel uncomfortable. They don't mind if you act like Saka, who scores, who's got a good attitude, who keeps his head down. The moment you start to get a bit out there, the moment Bellingham started doing that celebration, oh, he's arrogant. He's arrogant. Vinny's dancing, oh, he's arrogant. They don't like him. Oh, Aubameyang's got a gold Lambo. Yeah, he's got an attitude problem. We know how it goes, people. We know how it goes. So for me, keep scoring, keep dancing, keep doing your thing. That's what I'd be saying to Vin. Keep doing it. And I like the fact that Mbappe backed him up as well. Do you know what I mean? But this is how it goes, people. So for me, my question is always, how do you solve it? Society and football goes hand in hand, so you can't get it out of one without the other. So I love the fact, if I'm Vinny, keep dancing, keep winding people up, because you ain't doing nothing wrong. You scored a great goal and celebrated. And that guy Clattenburg, oh my, and Shearer. These guys, honestly, man, this is why I would never want to work in mainstream football media. Never. Because you can just hear it in the tone of the voice, how these guys feel deep down. But keep it on YouTube, then you can say what you want. I hope they get absolutely battered next week as well. Be interesting if he plays. Well, they shouldn't be allowed fans in the stadium for a number of games. Do you know the way you hit up these football clubs? You take money out of their pocket. That's the way. That's the way that you'll get action from the club. If I was UEFA, I'd be saying now, you're not allowed fans in your stadium for the next 5 Champions League games. Then you might see a different attitude from Benfica, because they'll go, what? 5 Champions League games? That's probably £2 or £3 million a game they're going to lose. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. The world's crazy at the moment. Do you know what I mean? You've got Infantino, you've got Donald Trump, you've got all these crazy people in positions of power. So, but anyway, I won't say too much. That's my opinion. You guys let me know what you think. Should be banned from the Champions League for a season. Hit their pockets, you'll see action. That's how you affect these kind of people with money. Take money out of their pocket. Say, oh, the whole of next season you can't have fans in the stadium. Then you might see action. Do you know? But Fran, yeah, basically anytime they act with confidence or swag, they're hated by the inferior. We both know Curtis Ryan, but we know, bro. We know. Keep your mouth shut and get on with it. Take the jokes and just keep your head down. That's what they want players to do. Yeah, Henri nailed it, bro. And Carragher knew. I can't speak on this. Even Micah Richards said, yo, I better stop laughing because Thierry was in the zone. Oh, these campaigns are a joke, bro. They're a joke. Kick racism out. Oh, yeah, we'll wear a band around our arm. That'll fix it. But anyway. Let's move on. Yeah, the fact he put his shirt over his mouth. You got something to say, bro? Just say it. You know what I mean? Um, Look at these comments. This is the kind of foolishness you have to deal with. Look at the state of this. Like, the money's got nothing to do with it. You're holding a ban for that as well, by the way. I ain't got time for that kind of foolishness. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. Wasim said, as an Asian born in the UK, racism is rife. He's sad that in 2026, people of different colour are discriminated. Who'll come in the world to say, yeah, bro. I mean, listen, I know I spoke about that from a black point of view, but I'm sure, Wasim's an Asian guy, and I'm sure it's similar. I'm sure it's similar as well, bro. But anyway, I had to talk about it. It was, a lot of people were messaging because I never tweeted about it because I've just got to the point that you don't even talk about things like that on Twitter because you'll have idiots in the comments. So I'll wait until I'm on here. But it's a shambles. It's a shambles. Big up for Annie said it's got to the point when I dash the kick it out shirt they give you in the warm up. Yeah, exactly. What's the point, bro? What is the point? Big up Grambo said best Arsenal channel. Appreciate that. Lay says, big up everyone. The racism protocol is ridiculous. It looks like they're throwing up gang signs. It's full. Bro, I swear down. I'm sure there was a wrestler that used to do that. Was it Stone Cold or someone? The referee, man, said him. He put his arms up. I said, yo, what's going on here? Like, what are we doing? Oh, yeah, he told the ref. The ref there, and then they carry on with the game. It's a shambles, mate. Absolute shambles. But anyway, let's focus on the game. And I like this comment because I said this the other day. It's easy to hate, much harder to love. Triple H, that's it. Triple H used to do that. Let's concentrate on Arsenal because honestly, that comment I could speak about that for 2 hours. That would probably lock my channel off because I'll get carried away. And by the way, yeah, because somebody said that. Oh, he does instigate. Yo, bro, but the problem with that comment, right? No, I'm not going to ban you, by the way, but the comment is stupid because what you're saying is like, oh, his actions incite racism. That is the most backwards comment I've ever heard in my life. Him celebrating a goal does not justify them doing that. Does he wind up the opposition fans? Yeah, he does. He does. Swear at him, boo him, abuse him. I'm sure he gets that all the time. He's a wind-up merchant. We all know Vinny's a wind-up merchant. That's why a lot of these fans hate on him so much. But you can't justify the lengths that they're going to. You just can't. You just cannot. But anyway, let's move on because we'll completely lose the whole direction. And some of the conversations seem to go over people's head. Unfortunately, man, I don't even know. I don't even understand sometimes. But anyway, do you know what I mean? Then the previous guy saying he's a millionaire. Okay, he's a millionaire, so say what you want to him. Apparently, that's what he's saying. Anyway, let's focus. Let's talk up. We'll talk about Arsenal. Let me get through these super chats. Then we'll move the subject on because I'll miss the game. We'll talk about it for 3 hours. Ava said Mourinho is a disgrace. Yeah, I'm done with him. Delete him. I've always been a fan of Jose. I'm finished with him. I don't want to hear no interviews, no nothing. Odegaard's not fit to lace Eze's boots. Get out, Odegaard. I'd rather play Eze than Odegaard. Bench Eze is a crime special after 2 assists. Toma talks football. Imagine a midfield of Cesc, Santi Cazorla, and Ozil. Yeah, Wenger loved them midfields. The problem was that we'd go away from home and just get beat up by like Essien and them, man, away from home. At home at the Emirates, you'd bop teams, but certain midfields would just run all over that. Saka's black, Eze's black, many other black players, they don't get racially abused, but why Vinny? Because of... Bro, seriously, man. And some of you guys who are saying these comments have been part of the community for a long time. I don't even understand your thought process. I don't even know why you would... That comment makes no sense, bro. Like, racism, generally in football, is rife in Europe. But we know in Spain it happens a lot. As I've just said, bro, we know that Vinny is a wind-up merchant. Saka is a very quiet player. Eze is a very quiet player. So maybe he incites abuse from fans, Vinny, with his outlandish character. But you're saying a disgrace of a character. What's disgraceful about his character? You need to explain that to me, bro. I'll be honest with you. You can't put comments in like that without without an explanation. I don't understand what you're saying. And you've been part of the community for a while. Some of these comments are insane. But this is what I'm saying. This is the problem. Education. People are, and don't forget what happened to Saka, by the way, when he missed the penalty. This guy had to come off social media. So it's there. It just maybe is well hidden. Do you know what I mean? It's more hidden. But let's not pretend when Saka missed the penalty, they didn't say, right, we've had enough. Deep down, you're Nigerian. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they were saying to him. You come on, you know what I mean? Think about it. I appreciate the super chat, but please don't say things like that. It's a touchy subject. You need to really know what you're saying. This is why our country gets a bad rap. Of course, there are idiots. Every country has them. I have one of the most diverse societies and tolerant communities in the world. Big up to Richard. David said, disgusting, ban them from the Champions League. Yeah, you got to hit their pockets. Racism will never fully disappear. There will always be someone who holds racist views. That's just reality, said Zupa. Yeah, I agree with that, unfortunately. I doubt it will ever disappear. Why always me, said people from Argentina. Under Vinny's post were writing monkey emojis. What are we expecting, honestly? I mean, I never like to tarnish a whole country, you know, but Argentina recently we've seen, you know, Enzo and now this guy, and it's not a good look, you know. It's not a good look. I've heard stories of Vinny humiliating players saying how much he earns. He's not exactly a saint, but that doesn't get. Yeah, and listen, players do that. I'm not saying here, by the way, that Vinny is, you know, a totally good guy. Like, yeah, maybe he's got a massive ego and big attitude, but none of it justifies that. You know, I don't know if you guys saw the story recently that Araujo at Barcelona has basically come out and said, you know, he's been suffering with depression and that he can't concentrate properly on football and he's been struggling. And they said Vinny called him, got his number off one of the Barcelona players. Bear in mind, they're massive rival clubs. Got his number and called him and said, yo, you know, I'm here, you know, if you need any support. So, but yeah. Forever Gunner said, I apologize for the comment. But no, it's cool, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Just when something's a sensitive subject, just think about what you're saying, you know, and just, but education is the key, people, you know, at the end of the day. Thierry Henry was quite the player, but got abused too. Yeah, like, probably even worse back then as well. Big C ban these racists, they aren't a part of this community. Listen, I just blocked a couple of people. Big up Brandon. And we're here. Right, listen, there we go. Obviously, we had to speak about it. I have strong opinions on those subjects. So a lot of you are asking, of course I was going to say something, and we've had a conversation. We'll move it on, and maybe we'll delve into it a little bit further on another show. But yeah, big up to everyone. Let's concentrate on the game. Right, I did have things lined up. Let's talk about Bakayo, by the way. Let's talk about Bakayo playing in the 10 and signing the biggest contract in Arsenal history, which apparently with bonuses, it will be the biggest contract in Arsenal history, bigger than Ozil's and bigger than Aubameyang. So I think now there's a bit more pressure on him, you know? There's a lot of conversation. I saw people online yesterday saying Saka shouldn't have got 300 grand a week. But I said this. At the end of the day, Arsenal didn't have anywhere to turn. Saka is worth what the club are willing to pay. That's how life works. Like, you're worth what you're getting paid, unfortunately, in terms of a working sense. You might actually be valued more than that, but you're worth what somebody is willing to pay you. And the fact is, somebody is willing to pay Kai Havertz 275 grand a week. So if I'm Saka's agent, the moment I sit down, I'm going, Havertz on 275, so talk to me. Because Saka's better than him and Saka's done more for this club than him. So Arsenal have backed themselves into a corner. The day we signed Kai Havertz, I said that is one of the worst deals that Mikel Arteta has ever done at this football club. Because number one, the player is not good enough to justify the wage and the transfer fee. But number two, all the big players are going to use that as the benchmark. Well, how can he be on 275 when I'm bigger than him? He doesn't even start every week. He's always going to get £300,000 a week. Unfortunately, we had no option. And like people are saying in the chat, Gahey apparently his deal's close to 300 grand a week. Different because he's a free agent. You would have paid 60 million for him probably. So with no agent fee and no transfer fee, you can pay massive wages. But we had no choice. He's the face of the club. He's the leader. He's the one that they promote when you go on tour. It's his face. It's him. So they weren't going to put themselves in a situation where they go, yeah, we'll give you 200 grand a week. And he goes, no. And they go, okay, we'll let you leave then. They were never going to do that. So what we've just got to hope, people, is that we can get Saka back to somewhere near the level that he was at prior to the hamstring injury. You know, I read that Elise did the same injury at Crystal Palace. Look at the level he's performing at. You look at Osman Dembele, Ballon d'Or winner. And his game is built around speed, by the way. So he's recovered from this injury and got back to the level. So we've got to hope somehow Saka reaches that level again. You know, I've criticised him at times this year because I think he should be performing at a better level. 4 Premier League goals, 300 grand a week. That doesn't add up. However, torn hamstring at the end of last season, pulled hamstring at the start of this season. I'm not surprised that he's not at his best. What the problem is long term, what level is he going to perform at? You know, and like I said, I'm excited to see Saka in the 10, but I'm also looking at it going, we're having to play him in the 10 because he's struggling on the right. So there's an element of negativity about why he's going into the 10. If he was balling out on the right, we wouldn't be sitting here saying, let's put Saka in the 10. We're saying put Saka in the 10 because we feel like he's not really performing at the same level on the right. So we need it to work out somehow. You know, I really hope Saka gets back to that level. Listen, yeah, a lot of people are saying that you've done a Rashford. You've given too much money to a player that's come through the youth system. But I don't think we had a choice because of that Havertz deal. If Havertz never got 275, the highest paid player at Arsenal would probably be on around 200 grand a week. But the moment he got that, it went up and up and up. So listen, let's just hope we get this guy balling out because we know what Saka's capable of. When he's good, he's fantastic. But, you know, we'll have to see what happens. Hopefully he plays well tonight. As I said, even if he has a great game tonight, I need to see it against better teams as well. If Odegaard leaves, do you think Saka should be captain? No chance. No, I've said many times on this channel, I don't think Saka is a captain. I think that Rice or Gabriel, but I would Declan Rice for me, 100% should be the skipper. I actually think more than Gabriel. Leahy said their salaries are high, not just because of on-field work, also commercial value. Havertz a super high commercial value. So a Saka, bro, Leahy, I'll be honest with you, bro. I mean, there might be more to it. Has Havertz got super high commercial value? I don't think so. I genuinely don't think so. And I might be using a very small sort of, what's the word, bit of evidence here. But just as an example, when you go to the Emirates, you do not see a lot of fans walking around with Havertz's name on the back of their shirt. When you go inside the club shop, you don't see loads of merch, you know, dotted around with Havertz's name on the back and posters. Saka is very, very much the poster boy of this club. I would even say Declan Rice is way bigger than Havertz at Arsenal. Now, listen, of course, Havertz plays for Germany, starts for them a lot of the time, scored the winner in a Champions League final. So maybe in Germany he does. So I have to balance it by saying, okay, he's a Champions League winner. And maybe in Germany they do rate him highly. I've never really spoken to people in Germany about how much they rate him. Does he start still for Germany up front, or is Voltemada, or who's their actual striker? In America, you see tons of Havertz. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Cam said it's sad, but I see more older players than any new ones, even on any new Arsenal shirt. Yeah, that happens a lot. That happens a lot. I was going to do that this year, actually, but Leahy said, if you go to Germany, Havertz posters are everywhere. He's a German star. Oh, no, I get you. He said, this is my field of work. Now, fair enough. Nah, listen, I can understand. But listen, people in Germany, let me know. Let me know. But I don't see many on a match day. Um, he's a major box office star. The Shrek figures are amazing. Somebody just said here in Germany we don't rate him. Said in Germany we don't rate him as a 9. We start Voltemade or Kleindienst. I don't even know who that is. Havertz was a wonder kid. I agree. At Leverkusen he looked like he was going to be incredible. Hamad said I'd take Havertz in Madrid. He's underrated. Where would you play him? You ain't playing him up front over Kylian. So is he playing in midfield? By the 29. Anyway, right, let's move on. Where are we going next? Eze. Let's talk Eze. I gave my opinion at the start of the game. I think he should be starting. I think Eze is clearly a player struggling with confidence, just got man of the match, playing bottom of the league. For me, that's a great foundation to get him confident for Sunday. The only thing that would restore my faith would be if Arteta's gone to him and said, for tonight, I'm going to try Saka in the 10, but you're going to start against Tottenham. But if he's not starting against Tottenham, I think, what does he have to do to get in the team? And again, somebody said it earlier and I'm with you. It's club over individuals this season. It is. I don't actually care what team plays as long as we win. But I just look at somebody like this. This is my issue with it, right? I'll explain it so you know in a bit more detail what I'm thinking. I think at the back end of the season, games get closer because teams at the bottom of the league that you might be thinking, yeah, we'll beat them 5-0. They're fighting for their lives. And sometimes those games can be the hardest. And then obviously teams at the top, there's more pressure on them. You need individual moments. You're going to have tight games for City where Haaland will nick them a winner or Cherky will score a belter. And I just think that Eze is one of the players in the Arsenal team that I would go, he's got a moment of brilliance in him. You know, he's got a pass that can split your back four. And I just think you've now got an opportunity. He's just got man of the match. He's played really well. His confidence is high. Bottom of the league. Play him. Another good performance. He's flying into that North London derby at Tottenham after scoring a hat-trick against them at home. And to drop him, I just think, what does that really do to his frame of mind? You know, why could he not have said, you know what? I really thought Saka and Eze had something going on in that double pivot. I'll play Rice as a lone 6. Listen, I think it's clear he probably doesn't suit the way Arteta wants to play. I think he was probably convinced to sign him. And I think it's just how football goes. It's how life goes. We've all been in that situation where a manager's got a favourite. Tiny Wisdom said, hey, Kurtz, do you think if we win the league and one other title, we would be going for a big striker and a winger of Doué's calibre? It's funny because I just read that Doué is being linked with Real Madrid and they could get rid of Rodrigo to bring him in. Doué to Arsenal? I don't see it. I don't see it. I'd love that signing. You start him on the left. We need a top left winger this summer. We can't go into next season with this Martinelli Trossard conundrum. One of them plays for 3 games. You think they're back at it, and then they have a stinker. Then you drop them. Then the other one comes in. Start of this season, Trossard's balling out. He's clutch. He's Haleb. He's Lundberg. Then he starts stinking out the place. Get him out. He's got no pace. He's old. He can't run. Martinelli comes in. Rapid starts scoring. Martinelli's flying. Then he'll drop off. He runs with his head down. Rice put him for a brain. Get him out. And we always end up doing that. Left wing market's looking dead. I think you can get Leao if you pay the money. I think you could get Yildiz if you paid the money. I know he signed a new contract, but I think you could get him. I think you can get Barcola out of PSG. He doesn't start consistently for them. I reckon you could get Rodrigo out of Madrid. You know, he's, again, been benched most of the season. Obviously, you could have got Semenyo, could have got Lookman. Other left wingers? No, I can't. But surely you get one of them. You'd take one of those. Due, yeah, I would love. Well, in recent days, I've been reading a lot about this Nico Williams link again, and I just think that could be the one that they go for because they're now saying that he himself is saying that he's willing to leave, which it seems like he's always wanted to stay. But I think we could go back in for Nico Williams. I don't know about Williams. It's very hit and miss to me, but he's younger than Liao. Liao's like 27. And Nico Williams on big wages, by the way, over 200 grand a week. Should we go in for Rashford? Nah, I think Barca are going to buy him. I think the Rashford ship has sailed. I'll be honest, Rashford is a player for a long time. I was saying I would take him. I don't think now. I think it's good for Rashford to be out of England. Ganderism said, "Hi Curtis, long time fan here. It's my birthday today, 37, getting older. Hey, you're as young as you feel, man. Big up yourself. Happy birthday." And yeah, man. Hopefully Arsenal don't mash up your birthday. That's a good. Is Nico Williams better than Martinelli? Says Kuba. It's one of them. Like I don't watch Nico Williams enough, but when I watch him, I'm hardly ever impressed with him. I'll be honest with you. In fact, the best Nico Williams performances I've seen are in a Spanish shirt. Every time I watch him play for Bilbao, he's bang average. In fact, I'd say his brother looks better than him, Inaki Williams. I mean, I'm looking at his numbers, and I don't like to use GA as a benchmark, but he's got 4 goals and 2 assists. He's played 3 Champions League games, hasn't scored. So if you went off pure stats, Martinelli's probably got better stats than him. And I don't really rate although Martinelli's only got 1 goal in the Prem, which is a disgrace, but he has got 6 in 7 games in the Champions League and 1 assist. I don't know. Nico Williams, for me, he'd be low on the list for me, I'll be honest. I'd rather see a Yildiz or someone like that. But definitely Nico's better than Nelly. What has Nelly done in club or Brazil? He doesn't really start for Brazil, to be honest. When you got Rafinha, Vinicius Jr. ahead of you, you ain't going to play much for your national team. Jordan Ayew's one of them players I just can't believe still plays at the top. Well, I think he's in the championship now. Big up Yalta with the super sticker. Really appreciate that. I think the Newcastle game's just finished. And Zami said, people trying to make excuses for racism is crazy. I agree, bro. They'll blame Vinny, Saka, Jude, except trying to understand racism. It's bigger than football. And that, you've nailed it there. Separate it from racism. It's life. It's just coming from the streets and going into the stadium. It doesn't change when they walk through the turnstile. It's way bigger than football. Big up to you, man. Member for 4 months. Got to apply Teta tax to that contract. No bonuses, says Richard. Lil Butch just checked the lineup. Tuned in. Would have loved to see Eze, Saka, Noni. Martinelli has been poor in the league. Free Eze. I'm just at the point now. I'll be honest with you, people. And I hold my hands up. Gyökeres and Eze are 2 players that I'm desperate for to do well. Because Gyökeres not even a great player to watch, to be honest. But there's just something about him. You just want it to work for him. The celebration, we were so hyped when we got him. I still believe there's a quality goal scorer there. Maybe not an amazing all-round footballer. Every time Gyökeres scores, I almost celebrate it more than if Jesus scores. It's like the goal means more to me. I don't know why, and I'm being honest. And I'm the same with Eze as well. I'm desperate for Eze to do well here. I think it's because of the story. It's like you're a fan, you got released, you came back. It's the fairy tale ending. Do you know what I mean? I want those 2 to lead us to the title, along with Saka and Rice and that. So when Eze's dropped, I'm like, I don't know, it bothers me more. And when Gyökeres don't play, I'm like, nah, man, why are you not playing him? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Some of you might feel the same. Maybe I'm just... Maybe I'm overdoing it. I was so excited with those 2 signings in the summer, you know. You just ignore and move on. Change in your life. You don't have to bring yourself to their level. I get you, Anas, but at the same time, certain things you can't ignore. I get you. Sometimes, yeah, walk away and don't respond. But sometimes you've actually got to turn around and look people in the eyes. Do you know what I mean? It depends on the circumstances, you know. It's because you wanted them, believe they would do the business. And I still believe they can do the business, by the way, unknown C. You know what I mean? I do. The mask celebration hits different, man. It really does. Totally feel the same. I'm glad some of you do. Went on his Instagram account. The amount of hate he's getting is crazy, says Zamir. You on about Vinny? A clip said, big up seeing the community each and every time. Listen, by the way, I just want to say, just to round up everything of the whole situation, I like the fact we can have these conversations, right? Because I never turn up to these streams and think, oh, that's a very, sensitive subject, so I'm not going to talk about it. I know that we can have conversations and we can interact. Some people have said, things a bit too far, but it's important we discuss these things. I don't want to turn up for the stream and think, no, I can't talk about it. Like, it's good that we can have these discussions, you know? Big up Eclipse, man, member for 2 months. T. Dot said, Arteta does not like French players. Why would they want to play for Arsenal? We are winless. I still can't believe that Arteta hasn't signed one French player since he's been the manager. It's crazy. The only real big name we need is Kvara, says Elton. I just don't see how you could get him out of PSG. He hasn't been there long. Kalen, big up, member for 7 months. Keep an eye on this Ajax brother. Ghost, Mika, let's have a look. Scored goals, has he? I think I've seen him on FIFA. That's about it. 12 goals, 8 assists. Is he good? 20 years of age, Belgium. I don't know much about him. Left winger, 31 matches. I mean, it's a league where you can get players without breaking the bank, but I think we've waited so long for a left winger. I'll be honest. I think I'm being a bit snobby, but I kind of want a big name. You know what I mean? I kind of want a big name. Whether that's right or not, I don't know. Musiala is a dream. I love Musiala. I think he's incredible, but I've seen a lot of interviews, and it seems like he loves it in Germany. Forever Gunner said, Yildiz is the Saka of Juve. He won't leave in 2 or 3 years' time, and I don't see Arteta getting Leao. What the hell will we bring in? I honestly think it could be Nico Williams. I really do. I think that's the one he's wanted for a long time. Cope said, big up Curtis for speaking nothing but facts. You for the community can really take an advice or two. I appreciate that, man. Let's get Sterling from Feyenoord. Raheem! I think Van Persie's his manager, isn't he, over there? That's crazy. Big up Nico, man. Their players, the fans collectively wanted. Both players have went through trials and tribulations. It's become a fairy tale story that's transpired to the carpet. Yeah? Yeah. Let's hope it works out, man. If you ignore it, they will throw bananas in the stadium like in the 80s, says Charlie. Exactly. Them times they were ignoring it because they had no support. There was no social media. There was no outlet to express yourself. You have to. Yeah, big up to everyone celebrating Ramadan. Big up, man. Which players you want to watch tonight? Well, that guy, is it Mane who plays for Wolves? Somebody just said, why is the Wolves badge so small? I mean, honestly, I didn't do this on purpose, right? When I got the logo, their badge was tiny. And to be honest, they're getting relegated, so they're kind of going into the distance anyway. So I kind of feel like it's kind of makes sense. Small, tiny Wolves and big Arsenal, with the Gunners, the Cannons. It makes sense. Why didn't Mikel sign the fan shirt? I don't know. It's tough, isn't it, man? He's in the car with his kids. The brother's standing at the window. At the end of the day, and listen, I'm not even you guys know me. I'm not a big, massive fan of Arteta, but I don't look at that and think, like, oh, it's terrible. If you're in your car and somebody knocks on your window and wants you to wind down your window, you have always got to be careful of who that is. We think because it's a fan and they want a shirt signed, that you should always be accessible to people. Do you know what I mean? I'm not actually against Arteta doing that. You got to pick and choose your moments. London has got a lot of problems, by the way, and you got to be careful, man. I actually don't blame him. I got some grown man banging on my window. Please sign the shirt. Yo, move, man. What happened to you? My kids are in the back. Come out of it. Certain times, yeah, under circumstances, yeah, man, we'll sign that. You got to sign things, but you got to put your safety. Oh, do I risk giving this guy a signature with the kids in the back, and this guy might try something, rob the car or punch him up? No, man, move, man. Yeah, exactly. You seen what happened to Ozil? If Kolasinac went on smoke, who knows what would have happened? The guy pulled a blade out on Ozil. Look at Gabriel. Didn't the guy break into his house? So nah, man, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. The brother should more be looking at himself. I think if you go up to a window, you knock, Mikel, can you sign it? He says no. Back away, bro. The man literally followed his car down the road. So from there, I'm looking, going, nah, this guy's too desperate. You know what I mean? And they're being told, yeah, you're right, bro. They're being told by security, by the way. Be very careful winding down your window. Night time in London, a man knocking on your window, move from the car, bro. Not once. He says no, the guy should have moved. The fact the guy was walking down the street with the shirt, I would have been more like, brother, you better move. You know what I mean? What are you doing? But anyway, right. we're going way off. We're going way off. Yeah, you got to put safety first. I'm sorry. I actually defend Mikel under them circumstances, man. That brother was moving too desperate. Finally, I did want to talk about this, but the game starts in 2 minutes, so I've gone way off topic with the Vinicius convo. Took up a lot of time. Just wanted to say quickly, this story that came up today was, and again, Football Insider have hit and miss, so I wouldn't take this as gospel truth, but they're saying Arsenal would be willing to let Italian left-back Riccardo Calafiori leave in the summer amid growing concerns about his injury record. Calafiori was set to make an injury comeback from the start of Arsenal's cup game against Wigan, only to suffer a new injury. But he is on the bench, so I've read, I don't know how true this is, but apparently Calafiori's had 7 injuries in 2 seasons, and a lot of them muscular injuries as well. He had a bad injury record before we signed him, so we shouldn't be surprised. I don't think they'll sell him, because I think Arteta loves him. But you got to be careful, like, you can't keep players too long when they're constantly getting injured. But I don't think he'll leave. I think Arteta likes him. I don't think he's quite at the Tomiyasu stage where he got him released. But do you remember David Luiz Red v Wolves? I do. Yeah, didn't even put a challenge in and got sent off. But anyway, people, big up. We are about to kick off in the next minute. Arsenal players playing in red. Saka, longest run without a goal. What? Is that the present one? Wow. Saka hasn't scored in 15 Premier League games. And I'm pretty sure that last goal was the penalty when Gyökeres wanted it. So, I'm telling you, when you sign a 300 grand a week contract to Arsenal, I expect more, bro. The moment Oba's performances dropped, they were hammering him. Same with Ozil. Saka in the 10 in the Prem. Yeah, I hope it works. I hope it works. I'm going 2-0, but I think if we score early, it could be heavy. But we're underway. Wolves against Arsenal, people. Give me a score predictions. I'm going 2-0. Would you take Ndiaye from Everton? I rate him, I actually rate him. But again, I don't know if I'm being snobby. I think I want higher, but he's good. He's very good. Like, I think someone like a Tottenham or someone should be all over that deal. Ndiaye, he's a good player. He's better. Well, not better, but I think he could play higher than Everton. You're going 3-0, 3-1. I'd be disappointed if we conceded. I'd say at the moment that's our full strength back four. I'm expecting a clean sheet, but we did concede at home against them. Replace Madueke with Eze and Saka on the right. Maybe they'll do that against Tottenham. I don't know. Martinelli cross in. Let's score early, man. Mr. Cool Bus Driver says 2-2, bro. If we draw 2-2, I'm crashing out. 3-1. A lot of you think we'll concede. Yeah, there was a weather warning apparently at 4 o'clock this afternoon. They were saying this game, they thought there was going to be snow in Wolverhampton, but the pitch looks decent. Owen Goles. It'll be interesting tonight. Martinelli in the Prem hasn't been great. He's been much better in the Champions League. Let's see if we can get a better performance from him. Because to be honest, Martinelli should be grabbing that left wing spot. He really should. The guy in the shirt signing vid is annoying. He just went too far. Look, it's nothing wrong with asking. But don't follow the man's car. Come on, press. You get that? Timber. Oh, unlucky. A bit over. I don't even know all these Wolves players, to be honest. J. Cole tour. Well, J. Cole's going to Nottingham. I've actually seen J. Cole in concert before. And he was good. He was good, to be fair. Pitch looks better than ours. Yeah, a lot of people talking about the Emirates at the moment, saying it's the worst the pitch has ever looked. Maybe because the women's team are playing on it, but I think they changed groundsman as well, and maybe this one's not as good. J. Cole, nah, listen, we can talk hip hop as well. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that Mane, I see today, Man United are trying to get him. He looks decent. Is overpaid Saka now the Arsenal Rashford? I think he needs time, man. This is the first year post-injury. If we're sitting here at the end of next season and Saka ain't performed, we'll have to have uncomfortable conversations and say, we got to do... That's a great ball. Great touch. Come on, Nelly. You're 1v1. Oh, I don't think he should have crossed that. See there, I think you got to rip him up there. Bro, as a left... This is what I'm talking about here. That's a great first touch. Square him up now, bro. You know what I mean? Go to work there. You got to... That's the problem with him. I even feel like a Lookman there. He's twisting you up. He's slowing you down. 1v1 and then... God, I should have ripped him up there. Nico Williams would have actually done him there, but I don't know about him when he ain't got a lot of space. J. Cole from the car park. This one wasn't in the car park, I can't lie. Saka, he's still probably naturally going to drift to the right, isn't he? Nani gets clattered there. Good tackle, Declan Rice. Great challenge. Come on, Zubby, get forward. Oh, why is he going back? You got car park tickets, right? I love it. I love it. You lot will never let that one go. I shouldn't have told you, should I? Nani, give it him. Roll it to Zubby. Can we score early? If we score early, the game will open up. It's weird. I wonder what Wolves' mind frame is at the moment, because they're basically relegated. So is the manager thinking, just keep the scoreline down and keep it respectable? Or is he thinking, you know what, we got nothing to lose, might as well have a go at... Is Rice, decent ball in, yes! 1-0 to Arsenal. It's Saka. Yo, why is he running like that? Yo, Bakayo, he might be the best number 10 in Europe. Bakayo scores after 4 minutes. What a ball by Deckers. Did he nutmeg him? I think he megged it. That's what I'm talking. We're going to smoke them now. They're going to get battered. Saka. Down the way. I think he heads it through his legs, don't he? I actually thought it went straight in at the start because of the angle. Great ball by Rice. Look how they've got like 10 players in the area. Great run. Yo, them number 10 runs, bro. That's Frankie Lampard run, that is. Late arrival. You never see Saka make that run playing right. What a ball. Oh, yo, I like that goal, you know, by the way. Saka could be the new 10, yo. Saka in the 10, you know. Jeez. No, but you know what? Yeah, Palmer plays 10 for Chelsea. I said, yo, give me the peas, bro. 300 bags a week. You're worth every penny, lad. Saka in the 10. Saka in the 10. Get the signed shirt out. Yeah, what was they saying? 16 games without a goal or something. That's Eze done, lads. Hello? Yeah, Crystal Palace, mate. Do you want Eze on loan till the end of the season? We found our new 10, lads. Yeah, Odegaard as well. Real Sociedad. Get him out. I'm not gonna lie. Before the game on Sunday, I was saying it that Saka should be playing 10. He ain't got the explosiveness to play on the right full time. Anyway, here we go. Come on, Timber. Great ball, boy. I think he got a bit too much power on it. Too much power on it. Needed a bit more whip. He's hit it straight. I think Timbers looked tired, but he had a break at the weekend. So happy to see Saka through the middle. Yeah. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, Saka, you might need to get Saka in your FPL in the 10. But it'd be different at Tottenham and Chelsea next 2 games. Odegaard's finished. Yeah, bro, I told people about Odegaard time ago. He's not the guy, bro. Let's be real. Eze's done more than him. Havertz has looked better than him. And now Saka's coming. So and then you got Ethan coming back from loan. Odegaard needs to learn a new language. Do you know what I mean? And take the armband off him as well. That super chat didn't age well. Here we go. We're on them. What you got, Deckers? What you got, Deckers? Aye, is that a corner? That's not a great shot. That's one thing I want to see more from Deckers is goal contribution. If you can score free kicks like that, how can you like? I thought that's a poor shot. It's not even close. I don't. You got to whip that, bro. Why are you hitting it straight? You got to wrap your foot around that. Saka, that Saka celebrate. I like that, man. I like that arrogance. Yo, contract's done, man. 300 bags a week. I'm caked up now. I think the lowest Premier League points is it 13? I think it's Derby County, isn't it? Wolves are on 9. So I reckon Wolves will get past 13. They'll have, 11 games left? Although saying that, 2 draws, 3 defeats in their last 5. Yeah. Well, it was less. Yeah. Yeah, it was 11. Yeah, you're right. Saka must assist Gyökeres. Well, that's the other side of the game that I want to see from Saka is if you're playing in the 10, can you play that little slide through ball? That's the other thing. Can you play that little slide through ball? Because you need more from a 10. Saka can fill in for England at 10 when I'm at my other job. Cold floor. Nah, he'll play Jude. Although saying that, no, he don't really get on with Jude, does he? He's been playing Rodgers. Like in these positions, little tight areas, little runs that he makes. I'm actually going to play a cam him tonight. Hesitate. Man called him hesitation. That's harsh, man. I don't know if Saka would start for England in the 10, but it depends if he rips it up and we win the title. Come on. It's not a great cross again. Thing is, they're just sat back. So look how many players they've got back. Jude's Mead. Cooked him. Ah, the ball. It's unlucky. He tried outside of the foot. Jude's Meady. I just think Madrid have got the Jude role wrong. He's an 8. They think he's a 10. I don't think he is a 10. He's got too big. He looks just broad and big now, Bellingham, like he can't move. So crazy. I used to say Saka needed to play on the left wing to be direct or behind the strikers to give him the option of going right and left. I want to see if he can play a little slide through ball and them little. I feel like Saka, 25 yards out on his left foot, he's got a good shot. Maybe he finds it hard to get the shot off on the right sometimes. Gets blocked a lot. What you want to see here is 3-0 up and you say Rice, Saka, maybe even like a Saliba, come off, rest up. Because Tottenham aren't playing midweek. It's not spoken enough how adaptable Saka is. Can cook on both wings. Can play left back now, 10. I reckon he could even do a job up front. He's got very good adaptability for real. He can. But you want him to be a master of one of them. That's the thing. Mate, Saka should be buzzing. Imagine coming through a youth system. And by the age of 24, you're the highest paid player at the club. Like, you've achieved a massive dream. Now you just got to win the title. So he should be over the moon. Madueke is frustrating. Yeah, it's like I reckon Noni is the best player at Arsenal going past a player 1v1. But you need to be saying the end product from there is the best. It's not even much of a foul, you know. The guy's I caught him with his arm, yeah. If you mixed Saka and Noni Madueke, you'd have one of the best wingers in the world. Because Noni goes past people for fun. Saka's actually got decent end product when he's in space. But that's where Arteta's got to coach Noni. Because if he doesn't improve the end product, we'll just be frustrated. If he does, he can be unreal. I can't believe I said that's not a foul. He actually elbowed him in the face. Oh, bro, that should be imagine being in Arsenal's academy now, and an academy player is basically the top boy at the club. That doesn't happen too often. Are they them new tempos? Or are they different? Now we need that Gyökeres goal, man. You know what I mean? That Viking goal. Decker's great ball, lad. What a cross. He's lucky that went in, you know. If the keeper saved that, I'd have been cussing. Dowman, yeah, back in training. I saw that today. It's good. Hopefully he'll start the Mansfield game. Guy on the floor, I think he caught him with his elbow. Zubimendi's mid. He's not mid. He's just certain games don't suit him. Saka scored. Do you know what? I'm going to have to try and get like a football and put it next to the player on the team sheet so you know who scored if you're tuning in late. I wonder if I can do that now. This guy's took a whack to the face. Oh, Gomez, yeah. And one's hurt, man, right on the cheekbone. Painful. And the elbow on a cold night as well. Right, we're back underway. We probably had about a 4-minute delay there. Do you know what I'd love right now? Saka hat-trick. Imagine Saka just bags a hat-trick in the 10. I'd be going crazy. Don't concede. We need to make this just an easy win. I want to be 4-0 up and take people off. Can I put a football next to him? I don't know. Oh, no, it's all over the place. Tried to put a football. It's gone mad. I'll sort it out for the next game so we can put the goal scorer up. Get Norgard on at half time. Yeah, especially if we get another goal. Alvarez just scored for Atletico. I actually forgot. Yeah, there's other playoff games. There's a penalty. You need Gyökeres goals for FPL. Yeah, it's risky putting him in the team, isn't it? It is risky. Definitely not, unless I said Almunia. That's a swear word on this channel. That's definitely it. We don't talk about Almunia. Take him on, Noni. Easy. Look, he's unlucky. I mean, I say unlucky, but you can't keep saying unlucky. Saka playing in the 10 means Ethan is done at Arsenal. My thing has always been what changes when he comes back from the loan. Worst thing is now, I don't know if you guys have been seeing, but Ethan's not getting game time now at Marseille now that De Zerbi's left. I think he was an unused sub in the last game. Man's limping, you're passing him the ball, bro. Leave him. Ethan, yeah, maybe he could be the backup right winger. Just get me a Gyökeres goal. Let's see. It don't look like... Oh, come on. What we don't want to do is make this a stressful game. Should be an easy win. Timber's limping. Genuinely feeling sad for Ethan's loan. What if he doesn't get the starting number 10 position next season, says Forever Gonna. It's going to be tough for Ethan, man. The position he plays, there's way too much traffic in front of him. You're now looking at Eze, Odegaard, Havertz, and possibly Saka. Marino even gets picked there sometimes. So I said ages ago Ethan should play right wing. He ain't getting in this team in the 10. He should have been Saka's backup, and then he might not have even signed Noni. And Saka's been injured a few times, so I think he got the wrong decision with where he wanted to play. Martinelli and Capie, is that? No, it's not even a corner. Honest opinion on Bellerin's time at Arsenal. Bellerin before the ACL injury looked like a good right back. He was rapid, he was young, he was good going forward. After the ACL injury, I don't know what happened to him, but he just couldn't defend. He was weak. He didn't look as quick. He just, yeah. He was a player that most of the fan base was just desperate to get him out. It's Timbot. Come on, lads, you got to help him. He should have moved it quicker. Well done, Noni. Noni and Saka, actually. Done really well there. Really well, both of them. Come on. Come on, Yacht. Cross it in. Ah, keep it. Yep, little nutmeg is Noni. Don't, as Martinelli missed the rebound. He's not even offside, man. What are you doing? How's he missed that? Lift it over him. Got to score that, man. Nelly in the Prem is frustrating, you know. Yeah, you can get away with that again. That's good play by Saka and Noni there, by the way. In a big Prem game, you know, Tottenham or Chelsea, the next two games, you can't be missing that. Onside, finish. Why is he tapping it so soft? Shot by Noni, save. Oh, what is that, man? That is rubbish. Bro, you do that in a big game, I'm going crazy. Oh, I thought that was the through ball. We're waiting for that Saka great assist to Gyökeres, man. I don't think we've seen it yet. I'm sure they said Odegaard hasn't set up a goal for him either. Yeah, I don't know what it is with Martinelli in the Prem. Deal with that. Good defending. Great tackle. Nkapia, I reckon, end up being our left back. Especially with Calafiori's too injury prone. You can't rely on him. He's in and out of the team too much. Nico Williams finishes that. Like I said, man, I don't know, man. I don't watch him enough. Every time I watch him for Bilbao, he looks bang average. Yeah, I think Martinelli's a super sub long term. You can't. Yeah, either a super sub or you sell him. But I reckon they'll sell Trossard. Wolves have got a long throw as well. Not as long as Coyotes, but cleared away. One thing I hate there, I don't know why teams bring everyone back for a set piece. Cleared the ball there. Why not leave Gyökeres on the last man? Gabriel loses the header. Nkapia heads it in the air. Don't do anything stupid here. No need to concede a goal tonight. How many sitters does Martinelli miss per game? I mean, he gets good chances. Bring Eze on, drag Martinelli off. Should be scoring that, said Rambir. That was a poor miss, I can't lie. Come on, side him in. Nah, the pass wasn't right. Vincent said, see, Gyökeres' hold up and passing has improved massively, but he should not be making wide runs, receiving the ball through the channel. The problem is we don't play the ball centrally a lot, do we? It's always wide. This brother Andre's down injured again, so we're going to have another break in play. Ari said, good question for you. See, if we don't win the league this season, who and how many do we sell? I mean, do you know what? I would sell regardless of winning the league or not. I'm not going to let winning the league mask what I think about certain players. Odegaard's gone. Jesus is gone. Probably Havertz, I would, for 275. I'd probably get rid of Trossard, but I wouldn't be against Trossard or Martinelli going. The rest, I think you could keep, really. There's no one else that I'd be desperate to get rid of. I'd get another centre midfielder to back up or to challenge Zubimendi and back up Rice. I'd get a left winger. I'd probably get another striker. Because if you got rid of Havertz and Jesus, you'd have wages. Maybe you can go and get an Alvarez or someone. So win the league or not, I'd get rid of a good few of them. Them big earners who aren't performing. We have to, yeah, because if you win the league, you've got to say, okay, we got to win another league. We got to win a Champions League. We got to win an FA Cup. And if you don't, then you've definitely got to do it. Keep Jesus, not for me. Not for me. Too injury prone, not reliable. And he doesn't score enough either. And he's on big wages. Yeah, I would sell Havertz and keep Gyökeres because Gyökeres has been at the club 6 months, bro. Do you know what I mean? Havertz's been at the club 3 years. He's also torn his hamstring, done knee ligament damage, and has just done his hamstring again. Arteta said in the press conference yesterday it was his hamstring. So that's why. You know what I mean? I'm not going to write a player off after 6 months. Bodo Glimt winning. Who are they playing? Oh my days, they're playing Inter Milan. I would love Bodo Glimt to knock Inter Milan out. They play on an AstroTurf pitch. They beat Man City. Now they're beating Inter 1-0. What's she got? Newcastle are through, aren't they? 6-1. They're through. Kadir said Jesus, Odegaard, Havertz, Martinelli, Trossard. Yeah, there's rumours that Ben White might leave in the summer. I think that energy is more coming from him though. I think he wants to start somewhere at right back. Owner T-shirt said, "Big up Big C from Georgia. I'd get rid of Trossard, Martinelli, and Odegaard." I think, by the way, Havertz will definitely be at the club next year. He's a player that I don't think will go. Wow, he got hammered then. Saka's still playing quite wide, isn't he, for the 10? Yeah, I think Ben White's a brilliant squad player, but I think the energy's more coming from him that he thinks he can start somewhere every week, which he could really. Saka's down injured. So, boy, them ones are painful. Oh no, he don't make a lot of contact with him. I thought they clashed knees. Bro, I swear down, he probably hurt himself more flinging his leg out the way. Nearly pulled his groin doing that. I don't think there's anything wrong with him, by the way. Did he even get booked for that? He didn't even give a free kick. He didn't hardly. I don't think he hardly contact. I don't think there was many contact there. Saka, the new Karate Kid. You know what I mean? Man's doing spinning drop kicks and that. Hammy's still sensitive. Yeah, you can see he's wearing the cycling shorts as well, which a lot of players with hamstring issues wear them. They've had no shots, Wolves. But listen, Wolves will take a 1 or 2-0 defeat. Like here, Gyökeres wide. You want him getting on the end of the cross. But the problem is we don't get players high up the pitch to him to go. You want that to be a midfielder or a winger crossing the ball to him there. I think he's just naturally like that though, isn't he? We need a new attack, says Barbosa. Mr. Pancho, big up from Greece. I lived for 1 year in Wolverhampton. Awful city, but great people. Yeah, friendly people in that part of the world, the Midlands and that. I'm from East Midlands, they're West. But Wolverhampton, it's not. Yeah, I've been there. It's not. You wouldn't be desperate to live there, let's put it that way. Corner to Arsenal. Let's just call it Gabriel header, although that guy marking him looks quite big. But that don't really make no difference. Saka in swinging corner. Flicked on. That's an what? Did we win that? I thought they flicked. Martinelli flicks it over. By the end of this game, you'll be going, get Martinelli off, bring Trossard on. And then we're back to square one. Then he'll have a few good games. Then we'll say, get Martinelli back. Trossard's too slow. Curtis, would you take the League Cup and Champions League or the Premier League and the FA Cup? I'd take the Champions League. Yeah, I want the star above the badge. And the League Cup, that's in like 3 weeks. So that means we've beat City. It would be painful to lose the league, though. But we've won it before. I want a star above the badge. But I think the Champions League might be harder than the Prem to win. Just because we've got a gap. And I think the What, you think? I think, like, if we get a tough draw, a couple tough draws, the tactics in them big games, man, Arteta don't grab them enough. They can't get complacent, need more goals. And I said this as well, man. You never know. Goal difference now. We're 3 goals ahead of Man City. That's like another point, really. So we need to be trying to win like 4-0 if we can. Champions League. Yeah, I think Champions League's harder just because second leg away from home against a PSG or a Bayern Munich. You need match winners. You need tactics. Yeah, we would. I said this. If we beat PSG, we'd have won the Champions League. We'd have beat that Inter Milan team. That's why they're struggling against Bodo Glimt and in the playoffs. Heavy eyelid time, yeah. Felt like could be a 5-0, but no, I think in general the Prem is harder, but I think the position we're in now, with the run of games we've got, I think the Prem from this position would be easier than the Champions League. I think the Champions League we're gonna have to beat 2 or 3 big teams to beat them. Second leg's all at home, yeah, yeah, that does help. I think that's still the semi-final. We'll have the second one at home. Havertz, Trossard, Jesus, and Odegaard must sell, says Gotonelli. They're saying that Havertz might get a new deal. Manager loves him. Yeah, I don't think he's ready to sell him. Bring on Owen goals. Yeah, I'm sure. Second top scorer, I think. Yeah, that pass was poor from Saliba. Didn't connect with it properly. Game's gone a bit slow. It's a struggle staying awake. We should be pumping these 4-0, 3 or 4-0. Squad got Arteta's chasticity belt on. It should. Yeah, Mansfield away in the FA Cup. Good draw. Should beat them, but it's a good draw for both teams, really. They'll get loads of money and we'll be able to rotate. City have got Newcastle away, so at least one good Premier League team's going to get knocked out as well, which is good for the next round. What I see in the Champions League, the big players are the difference makers. How many do? And that's the reason I think we're more likely to win the Prem than the Champs, because I think Champions Leagues are often won by big players, big moments, like Dembele was for PSG that year when Jude was balling out, or Vinny, or where I look at Arsenal, I think tight moments against a big team. I don't think we've got as many of those players. Where in the league, I think you can just wear teams down. And we only got to play City once. Most of the other teams were quite a lot better than them anyway. Do you think Wrexham will make it to the Prem? Well, they got big money. The owners are rich, so you keep pumping money in every year. They'll get there eventually. I think they're like top 10 in the Championship. They're seventh. They're only 1 point off the playoffs, so they could. Ball whipped in. 28 minutes gone. I mean, we're not playing great. It's always the same thing with Arsenal. We don't create a lot of chances. That's the problem. You always come away from games, you go, oh, this goalkeeper should be making save after save. But listen, it's hard. Wolves have got a lot of players behind the ball. But that's why I always say you got to move the ball quick. And we don't move the ball very quick. It's controlled football, but at 1-0, it's always risky. Coventry, yeah, they're top of the league. I like teams like that, proper Premier League clubs. Overhit cross by Martinelli, go straight to the keeper. I mean, at the moment, you've got Coventry and Middlesbrough, the top two in the Championship. They've obviously been in the Prem. Coventry are proper OGs in the Prem. Great touch, by the way, Saliba. Commentator says we're playing well. I think it's where they'll look at it as we're playing well is we're dominating the game in terms of the ball. Wolves aren't doing anything. They don't look like scoring. They ain't had a shot. So people who look at it and go, you're winning 1-0, you're completely controlling the game, you're playing well. But we're just thinking, bottom of the league, we should be pumping them. Should be 3 or 4-0. We should be creating chances. But this is how Arteta sets us up to play. I don't think he would be disappointed with this. Come on, turn. I think it suits Saka going into different parts of the pitch. What a turn that is. Dropped him in Cappy. That's great play. Oh, nah. Another Wolves injury. Mosquera. So much sideways passing, no focal point. Why is it still 1-0? Listen, I have to admit, it's not always easy. And as I said, people, the Wolves' form is not terrible, considering they're bottom of the league. You look at their recent games. 0-0 with Forest. They only lost 2-0 to Man City at the Etihad, 0-0 with Newcastle, 1-1 with Everton, beat West Ham 3-0, 1-1 with Man United, 2-1 against Liverpool. Chelsea actually give them the biggest defeat in recent games, 3-1. So I think since Rob Edwards come in, they've been quite difficult. Yeah, we could talk biscuits soon if this carries on. There's probably be about 10 minutes added on at the end of the half. Would you sim the season with Arsenal getting 85 points, which would mean we drop 8 more points after today? I feel like that's too many dropped. I wouldn't take that risk. Dropping 8 points is a lot. I don't think. Maybe it's too close. Couple of draws, maybe 1 defeat, 1 draw. I would almost say we can't lose a game for the rest of the season. 12 games left. I think you've got to go unbeaten. Last 12. You maybe draw a couple. You might draw at the Etihad. You might draw. I mean, our games are not even that difficult. Chelsea at home's tough, but we should be beating Chelsea. You're trying to win the league. We've played United, we've played Villa, we've played Liverpool. City away is our hardest game. Chelsea at home, Tottenham away. I think you might have to go unbeaten. Maybe draw 2 of them and win 10 of them. That'll win you the league. But I think City will drop a few points, but not many. Arsenal in possession. Saliba, that's poor. Waits him. Wasn't aware of what was around him. Aye. He's going to get a free kick for that. Did he stand? No, ref says play on. Fair enough. Thought Gabby stamped on him. We need to start having shots. I say it all along. When the game's like this, shoot from outside the area. You can't always get the ball wide and cross it in and score. Here's Zubimendi. 12 minutes to half time. Yo, you see that little flick from Noni? You could tell Noni is a proper winger. Like, he's probably been a winger his whole career. He just looks very comfortable in like those wide areas. And Timber, not a bad ball, but no one's in there. Gyökeres, was he tying his lace then or something? Man's whipping the ball in. Ref again doesn't give a foul. Zubimendi finds Nkapie. Come on. I just don't want to keep seeing high crosses. Look at that. Like, it's not a bad header, but the cross is too looped in the air. I don't know why we put high crosses in so often. I say it all the time. Why don't we ever cross the ball low? Get to the byline and whip it in low. That's just a high, hopeful cross. It is. It's not great to watch. I think low blocks. Oh, he does stamp on the top of his foot. They hurt as well on a cold night, man. Oh, man. They are painful. Martinelli. I don't know with Nelly, man. We've known for years we need a left winger. The last 2 seasons we've been saying we need a left winger. We could have been 10 points clear. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we should have been. Commentators talking about Wolves selling their best assets, not replenishing properly. Reminder, the Prem is not a comfort zone. You got to think, yeah, they've had Cunha, Jota, Ruben Neves, João Moutinho, Adama. Every year they seem to sell their best players. It's going to catch you up eventually. So they've probably prioritised money over staying up. Big up, Jan. Appreciate that. New member. Random clips. Miss seeing little 1-2s through the middle and a clean through ball to the striker. Wenger ball was beautiful. Oh, mate. We don't play a through ball. You never hardly ever see a through ball to our striker. Just doesn't happen. It's a naughty challenge, that, you know. What's the maximum points you think Arsenal can finish? 12 games left, possible 36. We can get 93 if we win every game. I reckon we'll draw 2 or 3. So maybe 87 points would be 3 draws. Maybe 87. That's me expecting us not to lose a game. It's poor. You got to keep the ball better there, Saka. Lucky the guy couldn't turn. Come on, man. Come on, get hold of the game, lads, man. 1-0, you're keeping them interested. You just got to finish the game off. That Wolves manager will be happy with 1-0 down at half-time. He'll be going, yeah, we could nick a draw here. Straight lines. This ref ain't giving nothing against them, to be fair. Eee. See, you're gonna get them rife and get mad challenges going in and that. Saliba, don't you dare let him do that to you. Well done, fella. Are you joking? Is he give a free kick for that of all the challenges? That's not even a foul. He is letting it flow, though. I don't mind refs doing that. Where's the foul? Arm across him. Oh, he grabbed his shirt. Shouldn't have done it. He'd have probably got the ball anyway. Yeah, it's a rubbish game, to be fair. It's not a great game. You think 87 don't win us the league? I mean, City's maximum is... They got what? They got the same amount of games. 12, 36. City's maximum is 89 points. I think if we get 87 points, we win the league. That means a draw, 2 draws would win us the title. Or 1 loss. And they're going to drop a couple of games. I can't see City winning 12 games in a row. Although they have got Diaz back and John Stones back and Gahey is back as well. Well, Gahey obviously just signed. Oh, 8 minutes till half time. It's a snore fest. Norgard Eze, we're at least playing balls over the top. Yeah, I'd get Eze on, to be honest. But then Martinelli's the one that's playing probably the worst out of the 3 creative players. Draw against City at the Etihad. You're at the game, says John. It's sleet. I can't see it from here. I just saw someone online saying the weather's terrible. I thought it don't look that bad, but apparently there's rain and sleet at the game. The rain is too rainy. Big up to Amici with the super sticker. 7 minutes till half time, although I think we'll have a bit longer with the injuries that Wolves have had. I reckon there'll be at least 5 minutes added on. Ball over the top. Gyökeres had no service whatsoever. Silly free kick to give away, Noni. Raya must be bored. Yeah, he must be cold as well. Just standing there, basically. Game's gone physical, no casualties. Well, this is what I'm saying. This is another thing. While it's 1-0 and the atmosphere, you're going to keep Wolves feisty. They're putting heavy challenges in. We can't afford to get injuries. So, Nelly Haight is forced. He's our second highest goal scorer, but own goals, I think, is our third highest goal scorer, but I ain't printing his name on the back of my shirt. Nelly's been at the club for years, man. We know that his levels have dropped. Wolves in possession. I don't think they've had a shot yet, but they got a few players forward now. Is this that Mane? I don't know which one he is. I'm sure it's him, isn't it? United won him. Title will shake out 2 wins at the Etihad. Come on, Saka. Now what you got? You're going to get clattered. You're going to get mobbed by about 4 of them. That's not even a foul. Didn't have the pace there, did he? I mean, it's hard. You got 3 players running after you, but see Arteta telling him. What was Arteta telling him, to get up there, or was he saying it's a foul? What's Arteta saying? Get back. I don't know what he's saying to him there. He's probably saying get up, man. Because what you notice with Saka, when he gets tackled, it's almost like, that's not bad. Clattered. Nelly's having a stinker. Nelly's having a stinker, man. We'd better win a major playing like this. Watching our game is torture, said Amici. It's not good to watch, man. It really isn't. That's not a foul. This ref, I actually think this ref's been good. He's letting... What is that? He's letting things go. Saka doesn't have the pace. Rice don't do risky passes. No, he doesn't really... them little nimble passes, he doesn't like it. Wolves in possession. Wolves haven't had a shot on target, so why do we need 2 sixers playing, really? Just take Zubomendi off and play Rice in the 6 and bring Eze on in the 10. Play with 2 10s, you'll create more, you get more chances. Ball out wide, Wolves' first proper attack. Good block. Throw in. Just got to finish this game off. It's a boring game. Just win it 2-0 and get home. That fullback has got in Nelly's head. He's aggressive, so I think when the ball comes to Martinelli, it's like he's expecting to get clattered. This game needs 2 10s, 100%. Now listen, I agree with you, by the way, Noah. Like, I'll take boring football if we win the league. You can bore me for the next 12 games. I'll probably moan about it when I'm watching it. But if you're lifting the title, I'll take it. But if you don't, and you're making us watch this, then that's why I'm saying, go and get me Luis Enrique or someone, because that guy's dragging off Dembele last night, Ballon d'Or winner, after 26 minutes. And Doué comes on and scores 2 goals. That's what you call strong man management. Understanding what the game requires. Most managers wouldn't drag Dembele in the first half. It's not a bad ball, you know. Oh, it's such a poor game. You can, like, Wolves are a poor team, and then you looking at us to keep the level of the game higher. Do something else apart from high crosses, please. Have a shot from 25 yards. Play a through ball. Play a little 1-2. What is that, Zubi? Move the ball quicker. 3 minutes till half time. Wolves are dragging us down to their level. You're right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, was he injured? Okay, fair enough. Not as good a manager as I thought then. Most of our game highlights are boring too, says Rish. Come on, move the ball. Get creative. Always goes wide. You almost want a Wolves equaliser to wake us up there, but you just wouldn't want to risk it. Imagine we drop points. Do you like hockey, says Peter? Nah, I don't really watch it. I like the fights that they have when they start scrapping on the ice. Prince said, if Arteta wins the quad, is he better than Klopp? Bro, he ain't winning no quad. Let's be real. -12 in southern Sweden, just as cold as this game, says Total Hits. It's cold here, but yeah, I don't know about -12. Come on, Saka. Good driving run. Great driving run. Oh, the cross is blocked. Timber does well. Maybe turn the wrong way. Wins a corner. Aye, aye, aye. Alfred said the league is going to have to make some kind of basketball rule. Letting teams put 10 players behind the ball is boring, or drop to 16 teams. I just don't think they'll do it. The game is too set in its ways. Like in basketball, don't everybody have to go into like the opposition half when you're in possession after so long or something? Look, you can see the sleet now, isn't it? Imagine the game got snowed off. Nah, it's sleet anyway. It's not settling. Oh, hockey, not ice hockey. Yeah, same thing. You know what I mean? Nah, I don't really watch hockey, to be honest. Anyway, corner. Can we get an own goal or a set piece header? Saka whips it in near post, flicked on. Declan Rice. Martinelli finds Saka. Aye, aye, aye. Maybe not Saka in the 10. Puts it out for a goal kick. What a terrible game of football. Real poor game to watch. It is tiring. I wish it was full time. Saka was holding his calf. Zubi and Rice will ignore a run even if it hits them in the face. Yeah, Rice don't like that risky forward pass, does he? You said 6 years ago you'd rather we play boring football if it means winning. No, I stand by it. What my problem is if we play boring football and don't win anything. That's when I've got a problem. Might as well start watching NBA. It's probably more entertaining than this, I can't lie. If we are selling these guys, who are we getting in? I'm not even lying, bro. I think a lot of those players I've named can be replaced easily. I'll be honest. Odegaard's not hard to replace. Havertz, Jesus, they can be replaced. They're not world beaters. Ball whipped in. Yeah, I was hyping up Saka in the 10 after the goal. I might delete that tweet in a minute. I don't know. I don't know. He's got potential, but he's done all right. He's done a few good runs still. I just want to see if he's got that nimble little pass and that little, I don't know. I think against Tottenham, he'll put him back on the right. But then I don't, he seems to like Noni at the moment. I don't think Yoker has had a shot, has he? He's hardly touched the ball. We don't create anything. Considering the weather, I can give them a pass. Nah, man. Still got to create. You're in it. These men play in England, man. You should. Wolves first shot on target, yo, only just wide. That was close. Call it. Yeah, that little moment there, he was worried a little bit. Yeah, man. Big up to everyone who's fasting, man. Murray said, "Big C. I don't think I should watch Arsenal games while fasting. Not ideal. It probably makes you hungry watching this because of the boredom. You sit there, watch this, you go, yeah, I could do something to eat." NBA dunk contest was pathetic. I didn't even see it. I saw some of the games, the little mini games there. First shot on goal for Wolves. Yard wide. The thing that's crazy, they've only had one shot, but they look like they've got a bit of something. Like here, getting forward. Ball whipped in, back post. Headed over. Wide. It was tough angle anyway. I'll be honest with you. If I'm Mikel Arteta going in at half time, I'm having a go at him. I'm saying that's not good enough. Commentators hyping them because we're keeping the ball. I'm not hyping them for that. This is a poor team. Create chances. Why are we not shooting from outside the penalty area? The pitch is drenched. It's going to zip off the surface. And nobody has had a shot from outside the penalty area of any sort of that one Declan Rice one that he didn't hit well. They've conceded 48 goals in 26 games. They haven't won in their last 5. Somebody do something different. We can't always put the ball out wide and just cross it high and hope someone nods it in. It's also Lent today for Orthodox Christians. Yeah, big up. Alfred said, as much as I like Rice, I want him as a destroyer. Outside of corners and ball winning is useless. Listen, I've said for a long time on this channel, Rice ain't at 8. Outside of set pieces. Come on, Saka. Nah, it's not there. It's too tight. Now he's got to lift his head, though. Lift your head. Pick someone out. That's not bad. Aye, that's a penalty, ref. Give us that. They'll do a VAR check. Well done, Declan Rice. We need a penalty here, and Gyökeres scores it. Rice whips it in. Keeper punches it. Right, that'll go out for a throw. VAR check for a penalty. Come on. I didn't even see the tackle, really. Is it a pen? Good ball by Saka into Nkapie. Rice comes across. Lovely back heel. I think that's too soft. I just don't think they'll give a penalty for that. Nkapie is soft, man. It's really soft. I just don't think you can get a penalty for that. It's one of them where in the middle of the pitch you might get a free kick for it, but they're not giving penalties for that. He's just not getting it. It's too soft. Alfred, I agree with you. I've said how many times I've said on this channel, you know, somebody like a Bruno Guimaraes or Rice in possession, he doesn't damage the opposition enough. He doesn't shoot, even though he probably can shoot, and he hasn't got that little pass. He can't. He's not creative. He's just an all-action, energetic midfielder. Really, you can play him in the 6 and say just protect the back 4, hunt people down. He doesn't do enough that 8s do. That's why I loved how Eze played in the 8 the other day, because he was creative. Oh, we've been dreadful. Absolute Zubby, come on, man. What are we doing? This game's going to put me to sleep. What a terrible 45 minutes of football. The only good thing is that we're winning. You don't need Zubimendi on the pitch tonight, I'm sorry. Take Zubby off, play Rice as a 6, bring Eze on. Snorefest, half-time, at least we're winning. But that's the only positive. Let me 1-0 at half time. What a boring game. Play rights. Yeah, that's what I'd be doing. But what do you guys make of it? Let me take that timer off. Can't believe I've got to watch 45 minutes more of that. My eyes are begging me to turn that off. Oh, mate, honestly. That is a tough 45 to watch. We've created... Listen, we're the better team, but chances have been minimal. This is how you drop points. And hey, you got to be careful, man. Oh, bro, honestly, this team, you need a Cazorla, Cesc Fabregas kind of player. That's what we are crying out for. Don't think we need a double pivot. Let's swap Zubi. We can create more. The worrying thing for me is more that we don't look like scoring. Do you know what I mean? Like we're a bit... Doesn't look hard to play. I 100% agree, by the way. Declan Rice in the 8 in games like this, he doesn't take enough risks. You've got to get on the ball and try. Play, like that cross for the goal, brilliant. But he hasn't done that the rest of the game. He hasn't done that the rest of the game. Saka's been decent. He's been our best attacking player, to be honest. But 1-0 against Wolves at half time. What are the stats looking like as well? You don't understand the weather, bro. I've been in England for a long time. Sleet. I very much understand sleet and playing in it. That pitch is still decent. It's just zipping off it. It's not that difficult. What we had? 68% possession. 3 shots on target. Martinelli's poor today. Really poor. Doesn't look like he understands how to get the better of that right back. Wolves have just basically put 10 players in front of their penalty area. They're leaving their striker a bit higher up the pitch, and we're just struggling to get the better of them. I just think what I loved about that Wigan performance, and I know it was Wigan and they're League One and they're not even as good as Wolves, but we created things centrally. And that's what we don't do enough, in my opinion. And that's what I think this game is lacking. Like, we used to speak about it, when we did our analysis sessions and stuff like that. It was like, you've got to find different ways of scoring. Can you get down the sides of them? Which is what Arsenal try and do all the time. Noni or Martinelli today, get out wide and get crosses in. Then you've got to look at the type of crosses. We're just crossing the ball high. Cut inside, whip a high cross in. None of them have landed really on Gyökeres's head. We obviously got the goal from it. But we've got to do different things. Low crosses. Arsenal hardly ever shoot from outside the penalty area, which this game is crying out for long shots. The pitch is drenched. It's literally snowing or sleet. The ball will just zip off the surface. I'd be saying you need to shoot 25, 30 yards out. Have a shot. Test the goalkeeper. Find a way of getting your striker in this game, because Gyökeres isn't in this game at all. He's not in the game. We're not getting the ball to him. You've got to move the ball quicker. We are playing too safe. Do you know what I almost think, Dens, is I think Arsenal in their head, and I think this is very risky. I think Arsenal are sitting there going, we're 1-0 up. Wolves aren't going to score. So we're chilling at 1-0. But you can never have that attitude, because they scored against us at the Emirates. So they can definitely score against us at home. But listen, they don't look dangerous. I think if we can score the second goal early, the game will be done. I just think we have to change a little bit. I genuinely don't think Arteta needs to play a double midfield pivot. He just doesn't. Like, this game is crying out for creativity. I do not think you need Zubimendi in this team, in this game. I think you put Rice in the 6, your physicality, you protect the back 4, you bring Eze on, 2 10s, and you go and create, you get the second goal, and you turn this game off. It's finished. But what we're doing, we're allowing. If you're going in that Wolves dressing room at half time, I think you're high fiving each other. You're going, well done, lads, good off. 1-0, we're still in it. We can nick one here. Tough conditions. Do you know what I mean? Score the second goal, it's over. It's all about tempo. When we move the game at a quicker pace, they can't live with us. But when we play slow, it's not hard to play against. That's the problem. What do you guys think? Do you think that's too risky? My suggestion, would you swap Zubimendi for Eze and then go 2 10s? You go 2-0 up, then you bring Saka off, and then you can bring Norgard on if you want that security at 2-0. But at 1-0, I think it's too risky. Rice has always been a 6. He was actually a central defender in the youth team. They moved him forward to the 6. I don't think he's an 8. You know, and I've always said, like, when people have sort of said, oh, he's the best in the world and that, I say, I don't think he is. He ain't a better 8 than Vitinha. Them man are magicians on the ball. Rice is a box-to-box midfielder, all-round game, powerhouse, wins the ball back, drives forward, great set pieces, but he's not enough of a goal threat when he's 25, 30 yards out. He doesn't play that little short pass, that little slide pass. I mean, he put a great ball in for the goal, but he needs to do that more often. But he's playing a lot of football as well, you know, which is why I'm desperate for us to go 2-0 up so he can take people off. But Mohammed said, my eyelids are complaining. Bro, I wish it was full time, honestly. I'm not even looking forward to the second half. I'm enjoying half time chatting to the community more. Big up Stevie, who says 3-0 maybe. I don't know what you're saying, but big up to you. Mish said, why does hearing Arsenal have 0 world-class players trigger? Yeah, listen, those things, especially Arsenal Twitter, they go crazy. Big up Tokyo Guna, man. Big up from Japan. Den said, I get a pillow for the second half. Bro, honestly, I'm not even exaggerating. My eyelids are heavy right now. I'm not even exaggerating. And I'm sure you guys are the same. Jackham said, we need Skelly. Nkapie hasn't been bad, but Skelly moves into midfield more, pushing other players up. I hear that. Big C, I can't lie, your team is technically so poor. I mean, I never built this team, bro. He built that team. I just support them. We're not great we're not exciting to watch at all. City struggled to beat them at the Etihad. Yeah, you only beat them 2-0. It's the performance that's a bit frustrating. Danny said, we'll sit on 1-0, then draw last minute, Big C. Honestly, this is world-class garbage. It's us who's stupid for every game expecting any different. Peak Ramadan, Haram ball, worse than Yamin Porker and Mosque. Oh, let's just win and tick it off. We don't need to review the game for 2 hours. It'll just be a game you tick off. If money is an issue, where would you retire? If money, do you mean like in terms of where in the world? It's tough, you know. As I've got older, living in what I would call a cold country. I know some of you will come in the comments and go, England's not cold, you know, Total Hit saying it's -15, -20. But generally, England is pretty cold and it rains and it's grey sky. As I've got older, I'm like, I feel like I've been made to live in a hot country. Like, I feel like I should be wearing shorts and t-shirt every day. Do you know what I mean? When I'm in a sunny climate, I feel like I'm at the peak of myself as a person. You know what I mean? I feel like when you wake up in the morning and open your front door or open your window and the sun is beating down, I think you go, yeah, man. My mood is just naturally like, yeah, it's sunny. When you open the door and you got sleet and snow and rain outside, you go, bro, what's this, man? I think the problem now, and I know I'm going off topic here, by the way, is like, where is the best place to live? Because everything's got pros and cons. Everywhere's got pros and cons, you know. And yeah, deep down, obviously, my roots are Caribbean, so naturally, and I'm a summertime baby. I'm a June baby. I'm born in heat, so subconsciously, I'm used to hot weather. But where's the best place to live? There's people go, oh, England's not what it used to be, you know. Then people say, oh, America's not great because of this, or go Dubai, but this, or go to Jamaica, or where do you live? Where do you live? You know, I don't know. I wouldn't know where to move to. Come to Jamaica. I mean, the good thing about this and doing YouTube is you can work anywhere in the world. Just give me a laptop and some good Wi-Fi, and I'm ready to go. You live in Spain, great lifestyle. Yeah, Spain. I mean, yeah, Spain. It's not too far either, but UK is mega expensive. Well, anywhere near London is mega expensive, that's for sure, because London's just sort of inflated anything that's close to it. You know, that's the problem. Hell yeah, admittedly, that is one of the things I miss about growing up in South Florida. Walk down to the Cuban spot, croquetas, watch the sunrise, feel the sun on your skin. Yeah, man, I do like Florida, you know. I do like Florida. Well, obviously, I went Orlando and Miami and stuff, but they're the touristy parts, I'm sure. Good friend of mine lives in Miami and loves it. US is the best if you have good income. Yeah, you need big income, don't you? So many people are in Thailand at the moment. Like, so many people I know are just in Thailand. Hawaii. I'd love to go Hawaii, you know. But good question. Good question. I suppose I haven't even answered it really. I haven't said anywhere specific, but I want to live in the heat, man. I really do. Jan said blood is boiling. Sick and tired of Arteta being so animated. Martinelli is brainless and an ish footballer. My nan would outrun Saka playing too safe. Zamir Saka in the middle is so off balance. I don't like it. There's good and bad about it, you know. I'm still not totally sure he's better there than out wide, especially against better opposition. The 11 from Wigan would have did a job tonight and would have been more enjoyable for the fans. Yeah, people were saying that like the rotation team is more enjoyable than what you would consider the first team. Oh, bro, you know, like honestly, like deep down, you know what I mean? Island. I'm an island boy. Like I want to walk on the beach, chop a coconut, fresh coconut, 35 degrees. Just you know what I mean? That's how you want to be living, man. I need to be by the beach and all of that, but it is what it is. It's hard, is it? It's hard, you know, family and commitments. Where do you go? Where do you go? Big up to Ace. I didn't even realize 6.2k locked in. Absolutely amazing support for a game that you know, I don't lie to people. The game is garbage. It is a snore fest. But we are winning. Let's get those likes at 1.3k likes. Can we get 2k likes by the start of the second half? Cape Town, heat and beautiful beaches. I live in Cyprus, beautiful weather nearly all year round, and cafes. It's like you've got to consider so many things. Like moving changes when you've got a family because it's like, you know, I've got kids here, they're playing football, they're trying to make it in England. Now, whatever we think about England, England is one of the best places in the world to make it as a footballer because you can take being a professional in England to most parts of the world. So this, you know, it's difficult, but England is like, I don't know, man. I just don't know with England now. The weather, the tax, there's so many issues with England now. Big up to everyone locked in there. Let's get 4K likes if we can, people. Taking kids away. Yeah, it's hard, man. You know, dragging kids away, family, friends, and all of that. Sent my lady home. I wanted to watch this ish. Bro, I'm telling you, man, there ain't a lot to watch. Yeah, let's just get the job done. Let's just win. This game's so bad at the moment, it might not even be worth reviewing it tomorrow. Big C, everybody loves Jamaica. Come on, man. Jamaica, Jamaica. They need to make the World Cup, man. Please. Just bring that vibe to the World Cup. Tax is the biggest issue. Yeah, everything now. They want to tax you, bro. Tax, tax, tax. What are we paying the tax for? What do we gain from it? We're paying more and getting less for it. Anyway, second half underway. We have to have those type of conversations just to get us through the game, to be honest. Second half is underway. KDB would absolutely cook in the 8 in this team, says Richard. Yeah, but what a player he was, or is. Gio said FA Cup, Carabao Cup is enough to keep Arteta his job. I mean, at the start of the season, I did say a domestic cup double, but I think he's got to win the Prem or the Champions League. I'm kind of on that. Like Palace won an FA Cup, so what does an FA Cup would be good, but what does it transform us as a club? I don't think it does. A domestic double would be great. Like, I love Wembley victories, but you've got to win the Prem. I'm sorry. If you can't win the Prem this year, Liverpool were the favourites for the Prem, and they fell off a cliff. So we've got to take advantage of it. I'm just kind of at that point. Plus, the football is dull to watch as well. Gary Martin and Nonchalant Nonny need to perform, says Jags. Yep. I like that nickname. Alfred says, can we stop making excuses for Rice? 6'8", 121. Since when have DMs not been able to pass? Kante, Makaleli, Vieira, Rodri, Alonso, Vidal, Essien and Partey. Could list more. You're a pro. Pass the ball, Rice. Pass the ball. Do you know the thing, Alfred, with Rice is, I wonder, is it an ability thing or is it a lack of willingness to take a risk? He puts a good ball in for the goal. But then it's like he gets in good positions and doesn't pass. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a talent thing or he's not prepared to take the risk. Big up Andrew, Bahamas lifestyle. Oh, bro. When I was in Miami with the family, we were going to go Bahamas. There's some boat trip that you can do from Miami down to the Bahamas. Oh, my days. Nonny's back pass was nearly short, but Raya gets it. Gyökeres. Ah, come on. Holds it up, but the pass is poor. Fugazi said the low country of South Carolina would welcome you. Big up, man. Big up. South Carolina. Let's go to Costa Rica. Is that Paulo Wanchop? Isn't he from Costa Rica? Big up Jesus. Gabriel Jesus. Damian Marley, welcome to Jamrock, my favourite. Come on. 2 minutes into the second half. No changes at half time. Yo, man, sat Nelly down, man. Jeez. We have to improve. I don't want to be going into like the last 20 minutes, 10 minutes at 1-0 because you're always nervous. Only one bad refereeing decision and you're all over the place. They're zooming in on Eze. I would like to think that he's had a real conversation with Eze and said, look, I want to try Saka in the 10, but because it's Wolves, it's a Prem game, I'm going to go with a double pivot, but there's a good chance you could play against Tottenham. Or, you know, I really hope he hasn't just been dropped, you know. I really do. Yo, Ancelotti was at Carnival in Brazil, man. What a legend. R9 was on the bus as well, going through it. AFTV have 16 times more subscribers. Curtis has more viewers. Yo, big up, man. Big up the guys at AFTV as well, though. Just the cup is not enough. I want the Prem and the Champs. If he can win one of them, the two big ones will be great. I don't expect him to win the Champs and the Prem, to be honest. But if he can win one, it would still be unreal. In Capier's throw, I think the subs will be vital again. Rice clips it. Look at Gyökeres. He can't even get near the ball. I don't think I've ever seen a striker in my life that every time I look at him, he's almost wrestling with a centre-back. I don't know if he doesn't move away from them or do they just chase after him and fight him. I just don't get it. Come on, Gyökeres. You ain't got a lot of space here and you ain't got a lot of support. Come on. Please score a banger. That's poor. It's poor. You're going to get dragged playing like that, mate. He's going to tell Jesus to warm up. Just kicked it the guy's shin. Bro, I said this before, man. The Tottenham game will be tough. I know we all downplay Tottenham. I said it. That will be their cup final. They're not going to win anything this year. Well, I highly doubt it. and their thing will be, can they ruin Arsenal's season? And they're a lot better than Wolves, so we're going to have to perform. The team selection's got to be right on Sunday. But we've got to get through this game. This game ain't over yet. Wolves have got a goal threat. They look half decent. Cardo said sell Gyökeres to Coventry. Wolves in possession. One more, it's game over. 2-0 will be good. But we need to create something. Wolves in possession, right-hand side. Clipped into the back post. Terrible cross goes out for a goal kick. Big C, the man doesn't move. Saka's goal, that should be Gyökeres. I hear you. I hear you. Get Jesus on. I think he will come on soon. I mean, who's he likely to turn to on the bench? I'd say Trossard for Martinelli, probably Jesus for Gyökeres. He might go Eze for Saka, or he might go Eze for Noni and move Saka back to the right. We're just sitting back. I don't understand it, bro. Our defence should be pushed up to the halfway line. Why are we so deep? Back pass to the keeper. That's the closest Gyökeres has had to a through ball. Is the Wolves player nearly underhit the pass. This referee's let so much go tonight. He's not giving free kicks easily. Come to Lincoln. I've been to Lincoln before, man. I've played football there a few times. Sinselbank. Wolves on the attack. Left-hand side. Running at Zubamendi. Good ball in. That's a foul, ref. Yeah, Nkapie gets barged over. Arteta defending the 1-0. It's criminal. It is criminal. We're playing Wolves, bro. Go and get the second goal and lock the game off. But anyway, they've had more possession than us so far in this opening 6 minutes. Come on, Gyökeres, man. You got to do better than that. Hold up is a basic skill. You got to pin the defender there. He's such a big guy. I mean, his work rate's good, but I feel like Jesus holds the ball up better than him. And he's half the size of him. I tell you what, right? Nkapie, I actually think is a good player. I don't mind Arsenal signing him. He's not great going forward. That's my problem. Like, I think, good turn. Whee! Shot by Wolves just over. I think we need to have a fullback that can get forward. Like, you know, like a Nuno Mendes. There aren't many fullbacks like him, but nowadays your fullback should be good going forward as well. You know, it's kind of changed, hasn't it? Fullbacks attack as well. And I just think when Nkapie is at left back, you can't get forward much down that left-hand side. He doesn't really get forward well. Martinelli's got to come off. He's doing nothing. We've had nothing down the left-hand side. Wolves have started well, man. This is not a good start to the half. You know what? He's going to lay this back. Good block, Deckers. That's what Deckers is best at for me. Win the ball back and get us going. We're just waiting for the day Gyökeres gets a one-on-one. Although he's had a couple, and then the Forest one and the Leeds one, but he didn't quite make it. Is that not offside? Yo, Wolves have started well. Good ball in. Jeez, what are we doing? These men are bottom of the league trying to break the record. Lowest points tally ever. They've started, look, they're bopping us. He's onside as well. Where's our defence? Why is Saka chasing after him there? Why is our defence so pulled apart? Absolutely, these lot, honestly, I'm telling you now, if they don't beat Wolves, oh my days, the crash out. I'll be doing Arsenal therapy at midnight tonight. Long throw into Wolves. He needs to go and make like 3 changes. Cross is not great and Raya collects it. Even if they don't score, you should not be accepting this performance. It's so lackluster and sat back on the halfway line. That's not a bad ball. Come on. But just getting the ball out wide and whipping it in is just so predictable. Saka, move the ball. Good. I feel like Martinelli's not confident against this right back. Look, where's the movement? Why are we going back? Come on, somebody come and get the ball. There's the ball. There you go, Nkapie. You're in. Finish, lad. Yeah! What a goal that is. What a goal. Oh, listen, I've always said he's great going forward. He reminds me of Nuno Mendes. What a goal that is. Who played the pass? Gabby. He's offside. No. Put your flag down. He looked onside. That's a great finish as well. What a finish. Roof of the net. I thought he was on, you know. Has he got it wrong? I think he could be on. He's still on. He's on. He's miles on. Look at that guy at the top. You can't tell me he's not in line with him. That's onside. What a... I told you, I know my football, man. What a ball by Gabriel. What a finish. That's a goal. Draw the lines, bro. That's onside. Linesman's got it wrong. I knew that was a goal. That's a goal all day long. If that goal's disallowed, it's a disgrace. Man's praying. Has he not scored for Arsenal? Maybe it's his first goal. Has he scored it? No. That's miles onside. How was our centre-back more creative? And two defenders combining. That's definitely a goal, man. Come on. You see that once, you can see he's onside. That guy at the top of the screen's playing him onside. What? Oh, they haven't said yet. Goal given. Come on. 2-0. Definitely onside. Yeah, look at your passion. Le passion. Nkapie. That's got to be his first goal, isn't it? Why is it? That's why he's celebrating so much. Look, man. No. Nkapie. That South American lion. Great finish back. Play him up front. The run and the finish. Our defenders attack. Our attackers defend. First goal for the club. Gabby. Terrible defending. Why is that guy running in front of him? It is a striker's run. Alan Smith, he knows, man. He played with Kev at Arsenal. It's a great finish, by the way. Game over. Lock the game off now. Now, you can tell the team like him. You can. You can tell how they're celebrating with him. Berta, by the way, how well he did to get him on loan when he was one of Leverkusen's best defenders. Bro, when Ecuador were playing Argentina, he was squaring up to Messi and everything. He's a madman. They love him over there. I think he captains them as well. Him and Caicedo. No, maybe Caicedo's captain, actually. I like Nkapie. Man said league's done, give us the trophy. I think we're going to smoke him now. We need that Gyökeres goal, man. Man's playing like a defensive midfielder. That right back's giving Martinelli problems. Nkapie showing Yok how it's done. Bodo Glimt 2-1. I didn't even know Inter equalised. Atletico winning 2-1. Lookman scored again. I think that's 4 goals in 5 games. Apparently, it's like an obligation if he plays so many games. But it's, yeah. They're going to buy him. He's definitely going to buy him. He's solid, especially the fact that Calafiore's injury prone. He's a good signing. He's actually a centre-back, isn't he? But can play left-back. Yeah. We've basically got 4 centre-backs in our back 4. Curtis, he can't attack 5 minutes later, but a masterclass. See, I was doing reverse psychology. I knew, if I put pressure on him, he'd respond. That's why he's celebrating like that, by the way. It's not because it's his first goal for Arsenal. He said, I've proved Curtis Shaw wrong. He said, I can't attack and I've just scored. I feel like crying. So that's... I know what I'm doing, people. I remember I tweeted the other day. Who did I tweet about the other day? I was dissing someone and they scored. I can't remember. Who was it? Might have been Noni, actually. When did Noni last score? Brentford. Oh, yeah, I think it was that game. Kept giving the ball. I said, this guy, man, 52 million, Nonny. Oh, great header. What a player, headband. But yeah. Amici said it was 1-0 at the Emirates until they equalised. If not for the own goal, we're too robotic. Listen, if we get out of there with a 2-0 win, no one gets injured. It's a good night at the office. Don't concede is what I want now. Oh my days! Commentators curse. What a finish. By the way, like my first reaction here, it's like Raya got lobbed. Am I seeing this right, or is that a worldie? I just don't get that. I feel like my initial reaction is that I don't know. Let's see the replay. Maybe I'm doing him a disservice and this is a worldie. But Raya, I mean, I don't. Is it in the top bins? I need to see the other angle, man. It's a great shot. I don't know though. I suppose my question is, does Donnarumma tip that over the bar? And I think he does. Bro, I'm telling you now, yeah. Donnarumma gets his hand on that. Yeah, it is height, but then I think if you're a small goalkeeper, why are you so far off your line? Bro, it's not bins, is it? Like, look where it's hitting the net. I just don't think his positioning is good there. It's a good strike, man. Fair play. What an absolute stinker that is, man. How are we conceding? What do you guys think, people? I genuinely think Raya is in a bad position. I think he's too far out. He's basically on the edge of the 6-yard box. It's basically lobbed him. Donnarumma tips that wide. I know Donnarumma's a lot bigger than him. What are we doing? The game's over. You're 2-0 up against bottom of the league, and you're letting a man just whip it in the top bins. What are we doing here, man? Look at Gyökeres. Get him off. He's having an absolute stinker. No celebration tax can save that performance. He's having a shocker. He'll probably score now. I've dissed him as well. Well, probably not, actually. Gyökeres has been awful today. I'm sorry. I like Gyökeres, but nah, what I've seen today, I don't like. He's given us nothing. Yeah, Eze should have started anyway. I'm actually so annoyed that we've conceded. 2-0, like, I'm relaxed. Now you've just made it nervous. Who's he going to take off for Eze? Take Gyökeres off. I'm sorry. I'm a fan of the guy, but he's absolutely been dreadful. Not even holding the ball up. I'm actually annoyed. Yeah, get Jesus for Gyökeres. You've got to take him off, haven't it? Yeah, Gyökeres and Noni will put Saka on the right. Put Eze in the 10. Yeah, Gyökeres, mate. I'm sorry. You got to play better than that. I'm not having that performance. And I defend this guy a lot as well. You're playing bottom of the league, bro. Your hold-up play wasn't even that good today. Yeah, he genuinely hasn't had a shot. You're coming off after 63 minutes. You haven't had a shot as a striker. I'm sorry. Sometimes you've got to find a way to get a shot off. Shoot from 30 yards if you have to. Like, I just don't know. But Eze on anyway. It's funny because the perfect left back for Arsenal is currently on 300 grand and playing in the 10. Yo, that's crazy. Saka at left back. Our left backs are Mavericks, more flair than our midfield, says Space Jam. Big up VJ with the super sticker. They're not closing them down. Yeah, why did we just let the guy cut inside and shoot? Well, Arsenal, they don't do anything the easy way, do they? How we 2-1 with Wolves? I just can't believe it. 2-1 at home and now 2-1 away. Raya lobbed again too far off his line. I'm telling you, Arjen, my initial reaction, I said that. Go on, Nelly. What is that, man? Nelly's just, look, he's doing that begging fouls again. Look, up again. Get that guy off the pitch. I told you, we just go around in circles. Trossard has good games, then you drop him. Nelly comes in, plays well, then he starts playing like this. How are they still our left wingers? I just do not know. None of them are good enough. Frigid midget. 6 foot is small for a goalkeeper, bro. I swear, when I see him on tour, I was like, yo, this brother's small. I'm taller than him. With the subs Arteta makes, it often seems like he doesn't get the lineup right from the start. Bring Trossard on, I bet he scores. Game on now. Wolves will have a bit of belief. Wow, I haven't even given them their goal yet. They're on the attack again here, by the way. Good defending in Cap here. Come on, Ebbs. Look at him, man. Ah, man. Baller, bro. I'll be honest with you. Saka in the 10 against Tottenham, I don't think I'd do it. I ain't seen enough. He looks all right there, but I think it's one of them you just got to progress it when you've got games like, yo, we got a weak team today, we'll try it. I don't know if I'm doing it Tottenham and Chelsea next 2 games. Look, Eze, look at, oh, unlucky. Come on. Here we go. Get out of his way, man. Surely you score. That's this guy, man. Martinelli, get this. This guy's got rice pudding for a brain, man. How you straight at the goalkeeper? How do you hit that straight at the goalkeeper? He's rubbish. He could have got out of Eze's way. He's probably offside anyway. Should have left it. So how do you hit that straight at the keeper? He's probably lucky he's offside, man. I'm sorry. We desperately need a left winger. Oh, man. How are we still running around with Martinelli on the left? Is just beyond me. Anyway, forget the tweets. 22 minutes to go. What a rubbish game. I tell you what, they better play better than this on Sunday. Sign Lee out, yeah, I would sign him, but I can't see Arteta going for him. Oh, nick that. Take him on. Take him on. You 1v1, Saka. See the old Saka there, bro. He's gone already. I'm telling you, sometimes I feel sad watching him. Oh, bro, honestly, right. I'm not lying, right. Saka, 300k is... They had to do it, but, bro, as a winger here... Bro, look at this. You're right. Noni here just taking him on. You know, as a winger here, bro, oh my day. He's in his own half. Just knock it now. What are you slowing him down for so the guy can... Brother. That is painful to watch, man. As a winger, that's your dream situation. 1v1 with a fullback with space behind him. Yeah, just rinse him. I think we might need a whole new attack in the summer. I'm not even exaggerating. We might need like 2 or 3 attacking players in the summer. We need to spend 200 million on attackers in the summer. We need a left winger. We need another striker. Saka, you're going to have to find a way to... I think you've got to play Saka higher up the pitch now. You've got to stop asking him to defend. What is Timber doing? We are panicky, by the way. 20 minutes to go. Wolves in possession. What's a ball? No, poor ball. Rare collects it. Offside or not, Nelly is the dumbest player I've seen, says he, man. Zubamendi, I'll be honest, non-existent. These games, he can't do nothing. Wet, windy, cold, physical. It's not his kind of game. You're better off playing Norgod. I'll be honest with you. I'm not even exaggerating, bro. Whole new attack. Start again. Gyökeres bench, sign a new striker. Martinelli or Trossard, get rid of both of them, or at least one of them. New left winger. Saka, look, Saka's down again. Like, come on, man. 300 bags. We had no choice, but... What I'm thinking, the guy's just come back from injury, though. He probably shouldn't... Why is he still on the pitch? So you're going to play him 90 minutes. You know what he's done there, right? You know, you ever had that where your foot's in the air, yeah? Someone whacks the ball at it, it like twinges your foot a bit. Check this, like, lifts his foot up. Boom. I swear down, like, I know we joke about the Saka limp, but it's like, I don't understand it. Every time he gets tackled, he limps. They should have took him off anyway, to be honest. There you go. So you needed him to limp off before you took him off. Martinelli will go on the right, will he? Trossard on the left. He's not injured. I don't think he's injured. He's just feeling it a bit now. He's been injured for a bit. Listen, he scored. Fair play to him, but... Listen, we win the game, we move, but... You've got to, like, it's all right doing contract celebrations, mate. You need to... He started the game quite bright, but after that, he's disappeared second half, and he's been out for a while as well, so I'm surprised he kept him on that long. 3-1 Bodo against Inter. Anyway, 300 grand a week, yeah, we're 3 grand. Martinelli can, any of us can, yeah. Nkapie, what a touch, finds Trossard. Trossard will get back on the left now. Oh, shot block, should have bent it far corner. 6K in the chat, we're on 1.7K likes. Got to be at least 2K. The attack is borderline criminal, yeah? If we win the title with this attack, it's unbelievable. I'll be honest with you. It's unbelievable if we win the Prem with this attack. It really is. If you go through every single title win inside, you would pick at least one attacker and go, yo, he's a baller. Like, you know what I mean? Even Liverpool last year, Salah, 28 goals in the league, balling. City have had loads. Baller, nah, that's not going to stay in. Unbelievable, guys. This is bad. Arteta is a bad man. Listen, I'll be honest. At the moment, I'm frustrated with this performance. I don't think he put the right team out from the start of the game. I said you don't need a double pivot, but just win the game. Yeah, ban any fake scores, please. Listen, man, Cardo, I know you give me a hard time about Gyökeres. I hadn't seen him enough to know. I'll be totally honest, man. Celebration, YouTube clips. Look at that from Trossard. He's drunk. Outplayed and outclassed by Wolves. Well, they haven't totally done us, have they? But I think it's more us. I just don't think we've played well. I don't think Wolves have necessarily been great. Although I say that, they're on the attack. Oh, I thought he was going to play the through ball. I cannot believe I'm watching the last 16 minutes hanging on against Wolves. It's unbelievable. Terrible cross. I said before, didn't I, about a coach saying you can't have a cup final every week. You can't make league games big games every week. There's certain weeks you just got to turn up, beat them 2-3-0, tick it off, no stress. You can't keep going into the last 15 minutes. Oh, Brentford 1-1. Can we get an equaliser? Wolves 2-1. Can we hang on? Like, it drains you mentally and physically doing this. You can't do this. Then we got to go to Tottenham on Sunday. They haven't played midweek. They're going to be fired up for it. Come on, man. Then we got Chelsea next week. This should have been a routine victory tonight. 2-1 at home and now 2-1 again at their place. Trossard had a few shots. Nah. One team looked like they want to win. They've got nothing to lose, have they? They're going to the Championship. We could put CR7, Real Ronaldo and Messi all in their prime. We still wouldn't be scoring. Well, they wouldn't get the ball. Matuidi got 0 bag, no tricks, no flick. Nah, man's calling Saka Matuidi. MJ, relax, man. As always jumping in the chat on smoke. I don't know why I'm... Ay, ay, ay. Did he catch him? I think he's all right. Because surely the other guy would have hurt his head as well. What's Rice moaning at? I think Rice was telling the physio, don't come on the pitch. Look at Gabby. Gabby's moaning. Basically, he was going to stay down on the floor and waste some time. Physio's ran on the pitch because it's a head injury. Now he's got to come off. Do you know what I mean? So that's why Rice was telling the physio not to come on. Yeah, how many times have we had a shot from outside the penalty area? I just don't get it. We don't shoot. North London Derby looking sticky. Yeah, man, it's going to be tough. I'm telling you. I know people don't rate Tottenham, but they'll make that a hard game for us. Arteta telling them to calm down. More than a 9, guys. More than a 9. Honestly, this game's been so bad. I'm not even sure if it's worth reviewing tomorrow. Man management is Arteta's kryptonite, says Gunnar Galactico. Time wasting versus Wolves says it all, says Jim. Arsenal crawling to the title. We're still a long way from the finish line, I tell you. Tottenham away, Chelsea at home, City away, Newcastle at home. You're going to have to play a lot better than this, but we just tick it off. But I don't understand the mindset of sitting back so much. Anyway, we're back underway. Gabriel's up. Riot. Kick wasn't great. Gabriel will be off the pitch for a few seconds. He should be able to come back on. What offside? The Wolves are too wolvy. Arsenal never make life easy. That same old Arsenal chant grinds my gears. How painful is it to watch this team? We better hope it leads to a title. That's all I'm waiting for. Free kick. What are you doing? Grabbing his shirt, Zuberman. How is he still on the pitch? Seriously, how is Zubermendi still on the pitch? What has he done in this game? He's hardly got on the ball. He's passing sideways and backwards, and defensively is a liability. Norgard genuinely deserves to play ahead of him in these kind of games. Just giving away the most stupid free kick ever. Grabbed the guy's shirt. He did the same thing at Sunderland when we conceded. Did the same thing with Szoboszlai's free kick at Anfield. Wolves free kick clipped into the area. Headed across. Loop back in. Raya manages to collect it. 1 win all season, Wolves. Great touch. Oh, man. Trossard's drunk. He's having a stinker already. It's a good touch by Jesus. Is that our ball? It's got to be our ball, hasn't it? They've got 1 win all season. And we're struggling. The Panda's steaming, mate. I'm telling you. Bro, Norgard should be playing this game over Zubermendi. I'm not even joking. He's done nothing. He's steaming, bro. I'm telling you, that Panda's drunk. Drunk through Panda. He's steaming. Penalty spot. It's deck chair football. Sit back and soak up the sun. Yeah. Arteta in the press conference will say this was a good performance. It's a tough place to play. The weather. He'll give it all of that. Yep, the Panda's trying to do skills. Have we even had a shot apart from the goal in the second half? Man told me feed the Yock and he will score. To be fair, he's starving though. We ain't fed him even breadcrumbs. If we draw this game, send Arteta to Shadow Realm. No, we can't draw. We have to win. 10 minutes to go, man. Plus time added on. There you go. That's the ball, you see, that he does not play well. He should have got that to him. Fabregas, man used to play that pass in their sleep. Our midfield has been poor today. I can't lie, man. Rice, apart from the cross for the goal, he has not done enough on the ball, and Zubi's been non-existent. We won't win the league if we keep playing like this, says Jay Dine. Big up to you, man. Member for 20 months. Wolves in possession. 9 minutes to go. Tiger said, Arteta the type of guy to go up by 1 and hold the ball in FIFA with 30 minutes left. Maybe because the rain is too rainy. Oh, man. Let's just win the game and forget about this game. We don't even talk about it. It's a stinker. Throw into Wolves. Andrew's fuming. He said, worst team in the Prem. We are clueless. Amo, I don't think you can excuse the attack for not feeding York. His touch and hold up. But yeah, I'm not going to lie. I've defended Gyökeres, and I will, but today he was awful for me. Just awful. Mendy, dreadful. Martinelli, awful. Again, bloodbath in the player ratings. Nketiah maybe man of the match for the goal, to be honest. I think, and he's been quite solid, but then the goal came from that side, actually. I don't know if it was him who went to block it. I can't remember. Bodo winning 3-1 against Inter. Yeah, that AstroTurf, man, it's hard to play on. They're not used to it. They beat Man City. Atletico winning 3-2. That was an own goal. I'd love Inter to get knocked out to Bodo. Want to get some of the big teams out. Let's see if we have one more shot on target before the end of the game. 8 minutes to go. Just a shot. I'm not even asking for a goal. Look at the state of Martinelli, man. Does this guy even play football? Honestly, we said it at the start of the game. When he starts in the Prem, you just don't know what you're going to get. But we actually do know what we're going to get. A load of nonsense. Cess was gold. Loved him so much for Arsenal. Hated seeing him play for Chelsea. Wenger's fault he allowed him to go back there. Andrew said, anyone watching who is not an Arsenal fan, I agree with him. Substitution for Wolves. 7 minutes to go. I cannot wait for this game to finish. I just can't wait. As long as we win. This is horrible to watch. A dozy coming on, I think. Touch the ground and put the white bit on his head, yeah. He probably don't even know either. Yeah, well, he came from Brazil, Div 4, didn't he? So he probably, at times, we see that. Come on. Just keep the ball. We've created so little. Miss Norgard's passing. Yeah, maybe. So poor. Timber at times winds me up on the ball. He's nowhere near Hakimi on the ball. Nowhere near. Defensively better. But, come on, Timber. Jeez, I thought he put that for a throw-in then. You can never enjoy our games, Danny. You can't get Nelly. Oh, my. Honestly, Wolves should give Martinelli man of the match for them. Because he ain't playing for us. He's playing against us. Well done, Declan Rice. Well done, Nketiah. Cheers, Trossard, mate. I'm telling you, breathalyze him. He's steaming. Absolutely. How on earth are we playing with Martinelli and Trossard as our left wingers? They are so bad, man. Absolutely so bad. Arteta's the type of guy to stop at a red light in GTA. He probably would. He probably would. Martinelli is Wolves level. He's rubbish, man. Rubbish. No consistency. He's got one goal in the Prem. What is that from Timber? What is that? That is a Sunday league pass. Volleying the ball with his shin pad. Jesus, man. What kind of a ball is that? Well done, Deckers. Oh, good touch, Jesus. Love that. Ebbs, what you got? Keep the boys strong. Will we have one shot on target? I'm not even asking for a goal. Just one shot. Just give us something to be excited about. Arteta has fixed my dogs. They have fallen asleep. Yeah, just put an Arsenal game on. That Ethan loan was stupid. The thing is, Ethan's not even getting game time now. Martinelli's a headless chicken with fleeting moments. Arteta's so negative tonight. What a horrible performance. Four minutes to go. Arsenal therapy. I don't think I've ever done therapy after a win. We could probably do with Arsenal therapy, to be honest. Living dangerously. Yo, you're not wrong. We're lucky that Wolves aren't really attacking much. Arteta equals Southgate. Probably, yeah. Cross it one time. Cross it. Surely, Martinelli. You just... Honestly, I'm looking at Martinelli now, right, and I'm thinking, if you want some sort of inspiration, if you're a young footballer, look at Martinelli and think, this guy is getting £180,000 a week playing for Arsenal. Anything is possible. Surely you can nick a move to League Two. Because he is awful. I'm sorry. He is not good at football. Outside of running quick in a straight line, I don't know what he's good at. Every now and then he can finish. Sometimes in front of goal, he can finish. But he is woeful. Genuinely just a poor player. I don't know what's going on here. What are they complaining about? Bro, what are these men doing? They're all arguing with each other. Maybe it's a distraction. Yeah, Forrest Gump settings, bro. I'm telling you. Declan Rice corner. Maybe own goals can score for us. Oh, they're trying something. Yova's getting creative. Was that meant to happen? Like, is that what Yova said? Yeah. Oh, lad, seriously, man. Come on, get a goal from it. Zubi, look at this. Oh, Zubi Mendy. Oh my days. What is Zubimendi doing on this football pitch? How can you play this bad and still be on the pitch? Is Norgard like a criminal or something? What does he have to do to get on in a Premier League game when Zubi's playing at 1 out of 10? And now Wolves are on the attack. I swear if they score, I'll turn this game off. He's on mark to the back post. Zubimendi has had an absolute shocker. Just pass the ball, Trossard, mate. Are you seeing that, bro? Like, am I seeing things here? Who did he pass the ball? He genuinely passed the ball to no one. He's seeing things. I told you he's drunk. You know when you drink, sometimes you see things, man. He saw a play. No, who's he passing the ball to? Who is he passing the ball to there? Now, what's going on with the rewind? Oh, just leave it. You know what I mean, anyway. Wow. Trossard runs with the ball, just passes the ball to their player. Dear, oh dear. That panda needs breathalyzing. Oh, dear. Don't worry, Darren Ray is going to time waste. Imagine travelling up and down the country to watch this. Paying money and spending your time. Stay in your house and stay warm. Trying to win the title will be the hardest route. I'm telling you, Arteta's the type of guy to type in a destination on his sat nav and go the route that takes longer to get there. Now Trossard's on the floor saying he's been hit in the face. He's just drunk. He needs a break. We're time wasting against Wolves, lads. The wind was too windy. Built forever. You did therapy after we won at home. Oh, it might have been the Wolves game as well. He passed to No Juan, our imaginary winger. Noah won, yeah. What happened to him? Hey, have that. Little shoulder in the face, man. Sober him up a little bit. And said, bro, you're playing so bad, mate. I just need to shoulder barge you in the face. Wake you up a little bit. Look, he's pretending he's dizzy. I said, how many fingers am I holding up? 15. Ref, I can't see anything. Get me off. Trossard, you might be better off just saying you got concussion. At least you've then got an excuse for your performance. Look, he's going to fall. Look, he's on the floor. I'm dizzy. He's doing his excuses. I've got a headache. Get me off. Get me off. I said, is my dinner ready? I want to go home. Trossard, how many fingers am I holding up? Yeah, 4 sambucas, mate. Bang. I swear he hit him in the mouth. And he's holding him. No, man, Trossard's mocking it. I swear down. He hit him in the mouth. He held his ear. I said, ow, my ear. I said, I didn't even hit your ear. Look, what's he saying to him? Trossard, what do you want? He said, listen, get to the petrol station. Get me a bottle of vodka. Look, why won't he come off the pitch? He's acting like he can't walk. He got hit in the mouth. He was holding his ear. Now he's holding his nose. The pain's moving around my face. Just take me off. He's holding his nose. He's doing an Odegaard. I need a tissue. Fury's on. He looks like a horse. Trossard's mocking it. He's having the worst game ever. He's just come off. No, Trossard's buoying it. Jesus. No, we're the worst attack in Premier League history. I swear down, yeah. If we win the Prem, they better delete it. Start the Super League. We can't attack. Trossard's drunk. Jesus can't run. Oh, my days. We're so bad. Oh, please. What are these? No, no, no. Oh. They've equalised in the 93rd minute.
Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry, and I guess you know.
Bro, I don't think you understand what has just gone on. And Calafiori scored an own goal, by the way. Good sub. Good sub that, Mikel, mate. Bring the horse on. That's Man City Premier League champions. Let's just get that out there now. The league's done. I'm locking this stream off as soon as the whistle goes. What is David Raya doing? Oh, well, yeah. Calafiori own goal. Look at David Raya and Gabriel. I swear down, yeah. These men are still it. Calafiori, what is David Raya doing with Gabby there? Calafiori on the line. You've slapped. Oh, I swear down. We are so finished as a club. Title over. These man better score. 2 minutes. Oh, yeah, that's a good ball, mate. Please score last minute. Come on. Come on, cross it. Take a touch. Why is he hitting that first time? I swear down, I cannot believe what has just happened. Bro, I was literally laughing for 5 minutes and then they score. I'm not laughing anymore. Title over, man. Lock it off. Bottle jobs. This manager, sack him tonight. Sack him tonight. Done. Sack him tonight. Sack this fraud tonight. Get him out. Been saying it for years. These little fanboys who try and talk rubbish online. We ain't scoring, bro. He's going to blow the whistle. Look at the state of us. Time wasting. Sack this fraud. They better score. No, we can't. They can't even control the ball. Look. Get the ball forward. Come on. Come on, Deckers. Come on, Ebbs. Get hold of the ball. Why is he falling on the floor? I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. They don't deserve to win the league. They're frauds. Absolute frauds. Sack this fraud tonight. Calafiori, mate. Yeah, that's a great change, isn't it? What is David Raya doing on that cross? He's tried to catch it over Gabriel's head. He's been put off by him. And then Calafiori's on the line. Own goal, by the way. It hits him, hits the post and goes in. I'm done. I'm switching off from the title tonight. We ain't winning nothing. Why is Jesus at right back? Why is our striker at right back? How's Martinelli and Zubamendi still on this football pitch? You've put in two of the worst performances I have ever seen in my life. This manager is a fraud. I told people for years the amount of battles I have to have with fans about this manager. He's a fraud. You can't beat Wolves, bro. Turned up with two. Look at Jesus, you bottle job. 200 grand a week for these frauds. Sack him tonight. Don't give him the rest of the season. Look at the state of him. Get the ball forward. He's actually added probably another 2 minutes on as well. You got Jesus at right back. I'm done. I'm so done with this team. They're just stressful. They're going to finish second, bro. I'm telling you now, Pep's winning the league. Get the ball forward. Don't even think about going backwards. He's going to blow the whistle, Gabby. He's blown the whistle. Jesus, you fraud. You see Jesus on the floor. Look, they're having a scrap. Send him off and ban him from the club. Sell him. This guy's a fraud, mate. Every minute falling on the floor trying to win free kicks. Then you want to start pushing people after. Sack him tonight. He's a fraud. Jesus, all these guys. Sell all of them. Start again. Absolute shambles. Absolute. Look at him. Do you know why he done that? I don't know if you remember. You remember what Mosquera did to him in that home game yeah. It was him. Too late for all that, mate. Too little, too late. Drew 2-2 with bottom of the league. But apart from that, apparently I've got an agenda against this manager. We're done. We're done. Absolutely done, mate. Finished. Twitter, I'm going to just one tweet, blow it up and walk away. Saliba, mate, you shouldn't have signed that deal. Saka, you should have signed that deal because you ain't getting that deal nowhere else. I cannot believe what is going on. This is just beyond a joke. I want to hear how this manager tries to wriggle his way out of this. Oh, but don't worry, we're 5 points clear. We're 5 points clear. You can't beat bottom of the league. Come on, do me a favour. Lock it off. Can't beat Wolves. It's going to be more than Arsenal therapy, bro. I cannot believe what's just happened. It's just beyond a joke. Sack him tonight. P45, get out of here. Might have a chance of winning something if you get rid of him. Because he ain't beating Pep in a final at Wembley. Playing like this. The football, let's just start, by the way. The football is tragic. It's tragic. We excuse it because top of the Champions League, top of the Prem, blah, blah, blah. The football is absolutely disgraceful to watch. I can't imagine what it's like watching Arsenal as a neutral. Yeah, I'd watch Coronation Street instead of this. And I love football. Being an Arsenal fan, what is that? That is just an absolute disgrace. David Raya today has had an absolute stinker. Stinker. I'm lost for words. I was laughing, but you know, Arsenal, they can ruin your mood quickly. And they've ruined it. Absolutely ruined it. Yeah, I'd rather watch Coronation Street. Lost for words, guys. Oh, guys. Doesn't matter how bad Gyökeres plays, we look worse when he comes off. The centre-back's job gets easier and we're under more pressure. Jesus just fills space. You man don't win titles, specialist in failure, said MJ. Aiden therapy, 100%. From 100 to 0, Darth. Yeah, I was laughing just before. What happened? I left you, you were all laughing. It changed very quickly. Going to win the league? Yep, smell the coffee. We need therapy tonight. Raya, stay on your line. He's rubbish, mate. 2 of them goals were his fault. Big up Chelsea fans or ham rolls. Max said Arsenal the biggest banter club on earth. Gonna Galactico. Can't even be mad about it. Ish is funny as hell. Got a laugh instead of cry. Alfred Raya cost the team more points. Gabby has it covered. The amount of points Raya's cost us. What was Cala supposed to do? You're right. I think Gabriel can head that ball away. He's got no business putting his hands over his head. The ball's got too much pace on it for you to come. Get him out the way and collect it comfortably. He's got it. You got to leave him to head it away. And we get up the pitch. David Raya's had an absolute horror show tonight. Horror show. Vegas, if you can't win, don't lose. Isn't that what Declan said? Yeah, he's chatting rubbish. Title now in Man City's hands. Yeah. They'll win it, bro. They'll win it. We're not built for it. I'm sorry. We're just not. We really don't want to win this league, says Viraj. Now, we're not mentally equipped. We don't know what it takes. We don't understand. We don't get it. Wolves at home, bottom of the league. And you can't win. Couldn't see this coming. Oh, man. Absolutely crazy. The crazy thing is, like, I'm shocked and I'm not shocked. I'm shocked because it was Wolves. Surely we beat them. But I'm not shocked because it's Arsenal under Arteta. So I should never be surprised when Arteta messes up. I cannot believe what I've just seen. I'm going to take the hoodie off. Get all Arsenal merchandise away from me. NBA from now on, people. There must be some basketball I can watch tonight. I need a hoodie on though. It's freezing. I'm a basketball fan, man. We got to turn this into an NBA channel. MJ, hello, my old friends. Asna. Jaws music intensifies. I think the shark's already nibbling our leg, bro. Arteta out now, says Guna Legend. I get up at 3 or 4 a.m. every week, never again, says Cam. Big up, Dan. I'm wasting my life with this team. Feels like, don't it? Big up, Sam Bond, man. It's been forever, brother. See, hope you're all well. This is ridiculous. Arteta out, bro. Hope you're well, man. Big up. Big up to Sam. Been a while, man. That's a crazy super chat to come back with, man. Big up your damn self. Big up to everyone locked in. 9,000 of you locked in. Unfortunately, I know why. Don't worry, Curtis. I'll continue the laughing fit for you. I cannot believe if you were here as we were going through that. I just cannot believe I could not stop laughing at that whole Trossard situation and Jesus, and then we concede, and it just stopped me from laughing. It's like, yo, what is going on here? Big up Wolves, spicy Stoke City. City win this. Yeah, City will win the league, bro. I'm done. I'm done with it. It's a shambles. This manager has never been good enough. I'm sorry. What's the excuses now? You are heterosexuals. Hold that, says Iron. Doctor, I've said it since day dot. We're winning nada this year. Said to sack Mikel in January before it goes pear-shaped. But no one listens to Dr. Seymour. That manager is holding this club back. I don't care what anyone says. But I better show me whether he has the guts to fire him. Yeah. End of the season, bin him. I'd bin him now. I'd ring up Zidane tonight and say, go and win me something. Get me a trophy at least. This guy's going to lose the cup final to City, get knocked out the Champions League over 2 legs, going to crumble in the Premier League. And who cares if we win an FA Cup? He probably won't win that. City are in it anyway. Mohamed. Oh, wow. You know, when man starts stepping away from streams, we'll catch up with you in the community during live streams for the League Cup, the FA Cup, not messing with the league until we play City and win. Bro, Mohamed, big up everyone. Mohamed is a big part of the community. And this has happened over so many years. We get to a point in the season, people start saying, right, I'm stepping away. 5 points clear with a game in hand. They'll win that. There'll be 2 points. And we've got to play them. Are you, man, crazy? What are we actually doing here? You bottled the title to Wolves. Have some shame. It's ridiculous, Dinashen. Can't wait for Rice talking to the press. Yeah, he needs to keep his mouth shut, bro, because he didn't exactly do anything. We don't even deserve to win the league. Remember, Curtis, we got it all in our hands. Performances matter. 100% FF. You can't keep winging it. And that's what we've been doing. They told us not to panic after Brentford. Are we allowed to panic now? Said African Sci-Fi. Yeah. We're so boring to watch. It's a waste of time. Says, okay, Alex. Bold with Beard Gaming. I'm really hating this. Raya needs to be sold. Big up to you, bro. Member for 47 months. That's one of David Raya's worst ever performances. He was absolute. He cost us 2 of the goals. He was awful. Zamir, I'm fully Arteta out now. We're going to win. We're not going to win anything with this fraud. Dinesh Nyokres is a disgrace. He is so bad. He was absolutely awful today. Time wasting against Wolves from the 70th minute is a disgrace. It was a shambles, bro. The mentality, the weakness is there for everyone to see. Martinelli in particular is so bad. What did I watch? Martinelli out has remained forever vindicated. He's dreadful. Absolutely dreadful he is. Him and Trossard are robbing this club blind on that left-hand side. Jimmy said, Big C, we deserved it for the way we played and after about the last 15. Boring football, you could feel it coming. League's done. Arteta out, says Jimmy. If we win the Premier League, we'd be the worst to do it, says KVTH. I agree. Boring as anything. The Everton mentality of this manager has cost us. He never had the DNA of a winner as a player, and he never will as a manager, said Livid. I agree with you there. I've watched Arsenal for far too long. Just knew their sub was scoring when he came on. Can't tell you how or why. I just knew he was going to score, says Sal. White Glove, our fans are so sure Raya is much better than Kepa. How many games has Raya made multiple mistakes? The wing play is embarrassing, by the way. Tell Robbie that Mug Raya is awful. Done the same thing against Sunderland. Donnarumma destroys him every day. Nelly can F off. Why are you smiling all game? He can't believe he's getting 180 a week, bro. Abdullah, title race over. If Arteta wins the league, he said he'll donate his kidney. I think your kidney will be safe. Do you trust that the title is safe in Arteta's hands? Robbie Lyle has a lot to answer for. No deflection, deception, or dark art from. No, we can't just blame him, can we? I've never said this before, but Arteta has to go, says Barry. Vegas Gunner, Arteta gets sacked and leaves us a team full of surgeries and a high wage bill, yeah? It's probably not as easy now for a manager to walk in. John said, can't blame Odegaard for this yet. I feel you will still find a way. I mean, he sneezed as the players got on the bus. They all had a cold, so nah, listen, it's not. But he's been part of the problem for a long time, John. We will not get 70 points, says Kevin. What difference does it make? Second, fourth, eighth, I don't care. If it ain't first, I'm not interested. Elton said, I watch the games on French TV. Every time the French specialists always say, why do Arsenal stay so low after scoring? That's the Everton effect, I'm afraid. LOL, I tapped out last week. I'm immune now, says Christian. Michael, Arsenal therapy at this rate, you need Arsenal asylum, yeah? Big up Michael. Official Draco, you better get onto your boy Robbie, always defending Arteta. What's the excuse this time? Same-ish every year. We'll have an interesting show tomorrow. I'm done watching Arsenal for the rest of this season, said Anthony. Arteta out, Lego head out, says Kevin. Spurs will be looking to stick the dagger in, says T. Dot. Elgato, Eze left wing, Saka cam, Madwakey right, Gyökeres striker, Rice and Norgard. Yeah, I doubt he'll do that, but I hear you. Jimmy said the Dross football is so hard to watch. Get rid of the terrorist manager. Timber and Drossard were pathetic in the last 20. Tackers did nothing the whole game, not winning anything. Hi, Curtis, big fan. Y'all are too dependent on Saka, says Money. Yeah, and he can't take that dependency on anymore. Big up to Hannah with the super sticker. Pierre said, Big C, the best thing that can happen is Arsenal finish second with no trophies, then get rid of Arteta and his crap brand of football. Can't understand why Arteta defended versus Wolves. I can. He's an ex-Everton player. He's used to playing defensive football. Let me get a tweet out. Is something terribly wrong with our midfield to control the game? Says Gilbert. Viraj said Martinelli played the whole night. His man management is on a whole nother level of bad. Abraham, wasn't I joking about this the other week? You called it bang on. We're 8 points clear. We're 6 points clear. We're 2 points clear. We're only 3 points behind. And then they win the league and we go on holiday. Oh, looking forward to the World Cup. When do we go to City? April. He's going to set us up to draw, yeah, and they'll pick us off and beat us. SB said Robbie needs to get G-checked on forever. Yeah, we'll have an interesting convo. Sell all the fake Brazilians except Gabriel, said Yavo. FC Barcelona supporter says, Stay Gold, I feel your pain, but at least you've seen your team win Champions Leagues and titles and have Messi and Neymar and Suarez and Xavi and Iniesta. What am I watching, bro? Noni Madueke and Trossard, who's playing like he's drunk, and Martinelli playing like he doesn't know how to play. Happy Ramadan. Arteta is fasting from points. Big up Foro. Maya said, disgusting tactics. Keeps going long even against arse teams, which means we give up control. Martinelli is so bad every game. My eyes hurt. Watching him play, honestly, whoever thinks he's good have negative IQ. He's absolutely dreadful. Richard, we were 2-0 up against bottom of the league. Were we 2-0 up? We were, weren't we? Arsenal in the Premier League in 2026 played 8, won 3, drawn 4, lost 1. 13 out of 24 upside. I haven't really watched games as much. Big up, found some cash. Stay away from it. Johnny said Sunday will be even more drama. Is there a basketball game on Sunday because Spurs are looking to have hope? They'll think they can end our title hopes on Sunday. Bear in mind, people, Man City play on Saturday. So if they beat Newcastle, they're 2 points behind us going into the derby on the same points. And then if we don't win, oh man. Axe said, bro, the league's done. The players don't want it. I mean, I don't think they know how to get it. It's like being stuck in a maze. They want to get out. They can't find their way out. Ricky said, to win any of the 4 trophies we're in, we need to sack this mentally weak coward now and get Jose in. No, I don't want Jose, man. That guy's a fraud after yesterday. Man City didn't even get a chance to do mind games. We've already blinked twice. Yeah, real focus. Arteta sexuals in shambles, said Aiden. Timmy said, I mean, I don't like to, I don't want to compare him to such a thing, but, you don't rate Arteta, which we all don't. That was absolutely disgraceful, beyond all belief. Yeah, that's a shambles. Listen, do these boys use tampons when they get a cut? I'm actually tired watching this dead team. Attack is beyond, but the attack is. Do you know the thing? And this doesn't help. It doesn't help cope with the problem. But we're not good enough to win the league, to be honest. We're not good enough. We've got no attack. How can you win a league with no attack? When the games get tight and they get difficult, how can you win a league with that attack? Gyökeres tonight, absolutely dreadful. Martinelli, one of the worst winger performances I've ever seen. Like Noni went past players a couple times, no end product. Saka scored a goal, started okay, then disappeared. Rice, Subamendi, come on. We're terrible to watch. We're absolutely terrible. The best players at Arsenal are our defensive players. Rice, Timber, Gabriel, Saliba. Defensive players. We are a defensive unit. We don't attack well. City are better than us to watch, and they're starting to click. This is insane, bro, what we are watching. This guy's a fraud, man. This guy's a fraud. Yeah, the defence, you could say the defence have cost us tonight, but ultimately, if I was the defence, the first thing I'd be saying before you blame me, I'd say, well, hang on a minute, my goalkeeper's been lobbed. I'm seeing the goal now. The goalkeeper's getting lobbed, and then he's dropping the ball. So if the goalkeeper does his job, we get out of there with a win. Pressure changes everything in sport. Calories and groceries had a great night. Hold says Daft. Oh, mate. Spar said Arteta is genuinely insane. Do the same thing each year and expect different results. Are you really surprised here? I expected it scripted, says Mikel. Big up to you, bro. Higgins said, get this fraud out, Enrique or Zidane. Give it Zidane till the end of the season. Then go and break the bank for Luis Enrique. But they won't. They'll stick with him. He'll probably nick something that will keep him in the job. And we're back to square one. Oh, no. That goal gets worse. I need to see it in slow-mo. Is Gabriel going to reach it for the header? Oh, it's literally on Gabriel's head. You're catching it off his head. What are you doing, David Raya? I mean, you could argue, yeah, Gabriel, if he knows the goalkeeper's coming for it, But he obviously doesn't. He's looking at the ball. Raya's got to be aware of that. He's going to head it. Stay out the way. Sometimes goalkeepers, they want to get involved too much. We are cooked, and I mean cooked. I'm sorry, Raya's had an absolute shocker tonight. That goal to me is his fault. He's got no business coming off his line for it. Gabriel's heading the ball away. Listen, if you can see Gabriel's there. Oh, that reminds me of Koscielny and... Was it Koscielny? Not Koscielny. Szczesny, wasn't it? It might have been Koscielny. Koscielny and Szczesny. Carabao Cup final. I'm literally at the point now, I'm not sure we'll win anything this season. I'm not even just exaggerating because of what's happened. Why has our attack regressed so much since 23-24? The manager? Scared to attack? Time wasting? F said, but the fans' anxiety is affecting the players. Oh, wait, they played away. Good luck getting the home crowd. I'm telling you now, that Tottenham game's a madness now. Name one attacker Arteta has improved. None. None of them. You've ruined Saka. Martinelli's got worse. Gyökeres was good. Muller, now he's Muller-Rice. Madwake is the same old headband merchant. Trossard looks drunk. Nketiah got no better. You made Oba 10 times worse. Lacazette got worse. Bin him. Just get rid of him. See you in May. Can't deal with this team. I'm out. See, said Young Gunner. Like how tennis players choke on match point, said Aid. Yeah. Anthony said, how can I get out of this mess? Kurt's invested too much time and emotion into this team. Speechless, not even enough to describe it. Disgusting. Too far in, man. It's the Truman Show at this point. If we draw with Wolves, relegated team, can you imagine how bad we are? I think you just got to try and deal with it. Deal with it now. Just put it in your head that we're not winning the league. Then if it doesn't happen, you've already dealt with it. Daniel said, so angry. I'm so stressed watching us play. Been terrible to watch. Now likely to win nothing. Kevin, Arteta needs to take all the Spanish players, Noni, Odegaard and Havertz with him once he's fired. And Dennis said, just divert all the convo to Vinny. Racist to be... Oh, man. Oh. I just want to say, like, I'm going to round up now because... I mean, individually, some of those David Raya today has had an absolute shocker. And you've cost us 2 goals, definitely 1. Martinelli tonight was beyond bad. There's more. But the manager tonight, people tell me all season, and I've said it, I'll take boring, sleepy football if you win us a title. I'll take it. You can bore us all the way till the end of May. You sat back and time wasted against the worst team in the Premier League, a team that might have the lowest points total in history, a team that's won 1 game all season, and you beat them 2-1 at home and drew 2-2 away from home. What on earth is going on with this manager? How is he surviving? Do you know the comments, the messages, the criticism that you get when you criticize that manager online? I've said it before on here. I don't care. But I've said it before. What are they going to say now? You've literally rode out for this guy like he's your dad or something. And that's what you're being delivered with. This is what you're defending so much. You thought this was going to work. How? We can't beat Wolves. 2-0 up against the worst team in the league. We've left with a point. Conceded 93rd minute. He's finished. We ain't winning the title with this manager. If you can't beat Wolves, you ain't going to go and beat Tottenham and then beat Chelsea and then go and deal with City. We're finished. We're cooked. Best he can do is nick the FA Cup. Nick the Carabao Cup. Same old Arsenal. Same old, same old. People were talking about quads. We ain't winning no quad. Quad, we can't even beat Wolves. You're right, Retro. Super Mario. I'd rather have him in charge. Mad to think 2 weeks ago I was ready to book flights for May. Now I'm booking therapy. But yeah, book flights, mate, but book holiday flights. Yo, Troy, big up, bro. Long time, man. I knew you'd turn up eventually. He's a Man United fan. He's probably delighted. Big up, though, brother. I hope you're well, man. Can't believe how calm you are. See, I'm fuming. Bro, you know when you've watched the Titanic before, you're not surprised when the Titanic sinks. There's an iceberg, it doesn't get out the way, and it sinks. And Leonardo DiCaprio is in the cold water. And right now, we're in the cold water, and it's freezing. We've already hit the iceberg. Pep's bald head. Even Timber's forgetting how to play. Yeah, these guys, they're all falling into the same thing. Funny short, $600 in the bin. I'll never bet on Arsenal again. Tim Henman of the Premier League, I'm afraid. Tim Henman, you're spot on. Tim Henman, Asaf Apau, we're the nearly guys, people. We are the nearly guys. Imagine Pep sitting at home. Look at these, like, can't even beat Wolves. Thinks he's going to do me in a title race. Not a chance, mate. Not a chance is he doing Pep in a title race. Not a chance. It's just not happening, I'm afraid. People, I want to thank you all for your support. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Match reaction will be out shortly. It will be a bloodbath. Darth Callum said, what phase is this? Arteta plays so much negative football. I'm to believe this guy studied under Pep. Man, is some fake Mourinho without the flair. He is the Spanish Gareth Southgate. We used to call him the Spanish Brendan Rodgers, but Brendan Rodgers actually won silverware in his career. He is the Spanish Gareth Southgate. People, thank you very much for tuning in. Hit the like button and subscribe. Book your holidays. Do overtime at work. Avoid watching Arsenal. It's not good for your health, I'm telling you. Take care, everyone. Bless.